Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Hold on. Give me one moment. How do I do that again? Okay, found it.
Everyone.
Nothing professional about it. Nothing professional about it. In fact, I could be even less professional. Watch me. Right? Okay, hold on. Let me move this to the side. Is that it?
Hang on. Yeah, this is the newest one, but you also wanted to tackle the rebuild the city, right?
Okay, yeah. We're only gonna do one today, right? But yeah, if you want to do rebuild, yeah, we could do rebuild the city too. It's just I didn't remember which one we did last time. Yeah, that's
the last one was the.
Oh, yeah, it was the lookalike one. Okay, yeah, because this confused me for a moment. Because like, okay, yeah, I've already watched this. Of course, I've watched it all the way through, right? Okay, let's turn this all the way up. Get this here. Let me make sure I can play this at full volume without necessarily catching it on the thing. That should fix that problem. Okay, let me make sure that all of my streams are currently up. Okay, Kick is up. YouTube is up. Twitch is up. Okay, so let's go back here. Chat, for some reason, is not working. Hold on. Yeah, let's go to... that's not it. Well, the chat in the actual stream seems to be working, but it's not working on my actual... Hold on, let me close this out. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I can scare it into work. Son of a bitch, that didn't work. Okay. Yeah, some of these tools are a little... Because, like, this is a plug... This is an add-on. So I gotta get this fucking thing to back where I needed to be. It's on docs. Where the fuck did I put it? Here we go. Chat. Because loading. Okay. Oh my god, it's loading everything. It's literally loading everything. Holy crap. Right?
Feel the pain, Dio.
Right? Hello there, Kinnock. Wait, hold on. When was this? Let's see. At 1848. Okay, yeah. So that was literally just now. Hello, Kinnock. Evening, right? So.
Hey, Kinnock.
All right. So I'm gonna start the record, okay? Because we're streaming now. It's just okay. We haven't started the recording yet. Okay. Hello, everyone. So my name is Cosmic Kotaku, and again, I am here with Doctor of Insanity. Introduce yourself.
What's up, everyone?
Right. And we're going to look at one of his new songs. We're only going to do one today. We might do this again tomorrow, right? So we can get both of them out of the way. But there's a funny story behind this song, right? You and me have recently been watching the Godzilla cartoon that was based off the 1998 movie, right? Terrible movie, but the cartoon is actually really good. And,
yes, and I remember when I originally showed you this, and I did remember that time. It's like when I originally showed you this song, you thought this was about basically that one song of yours, the abortions with the monsters thing. And you thought this was basically like my continuation of that song, like after the monsters are destroyed.
I have a song with monsters?
I'm guessing you did not listen to half of what I just said there.
I heard
gibberish.
It was a little bit gibberish on my end, to be perfectly honest. I heard abortion. I was like, that can't be right.
Yeah, I think it was basically your abortion. It was one of your songs where basically you were referring to, where you're basically talking about like the modern day type of monsters trying to create the world in their vision or something like that.
Not ringing a bell, but I'll take your word for it, right? All right, so let's get through this. Let's make sure the captions are on. You put the captions in, right?
Yes. I put the captions in all my songs. I make sure that they're working perfectly before I publish them.
Thank you for the YouTube channel chat test, Kinnock. All right, so let's just get to. Oh yeah, before we start, let's just look at the image. Let me turn off the chat view for a bit. So obviously we got you in the center image. Yeah, like the computer does the emote, not the face. You got very obviously tool and lunchbox, right? A toolbox and a lunchbox, right? Towards the bottom right-hand corner, you got a sign, almost like one of those, like a chalkboard. It says "Good Crew, Better Tomorrow" with the smiley face on it. Did the smiley face killer make an appearance, right? And then we got it on the top left-hand corner. We have "We Build Hope Together," another smiley face. And yeah, this is very obviously inspired by like some of those older work posters, where everyone's smiling and enjoying their job.
Yep.
I will say there is one thing that I did notice that you probably may have missed in this image.
It's the hand, isn't it?
Oh, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? On the person on the bottom left-hand side.
Yeah, I had to do a bunch of edits to this one image, and so the fact that that's the only thing that basically slipped through the cracks is kind of amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great image. It's just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this guy's having a bad time. Oh, hello, Keo. Now I'm going to turn back on the chat box. Now we've talked about it. Hello, Kionala. Hi, trying to set up a new scanner, so I won't be talking much. That's fair. Again, I'm just glad that you decided to pop by. Kenok says, kick chat test. Thank you for testing my chats, right? Hello, Runia. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before, Runia. Thank you for the lurk. Kenok says, I gotcha. Thank you, right? All right, so let's get to the song, since that's what we're recording, right?
Yeah.
The skyline's torn, the streets are cracked and bare. Towering shadows left their mark everywhere. But at the break of dawn, we pull our boots on tight. Hard hats gleaming in the morning light. Steel and concrete, sweat upon our brow. We lift the pieces up, we won't back down.
Now I'm gonna guess that that's the end of the first verse, right?
The verse kind of goes a little bit further, but yeah, we can stop here because it kind of ramps up a bit after this.
Gotcha. Okay, so it would be nice if you would just let me know when the verses end, because I don't have your lyrics in front of me. Hold on. Runia says, "I'm a lurker from nature." Yeah, fair. Hello, Captain Rudy.
Well, I will.
Huh?
Hey, Rudy. Well, Suno basically doesn't follow. Well, when I basically divide it into verses, like it just kind of does its own thing.
Oh yeah, no, I've noticed that. Like, do you think the wild hunt after God is supposed to be one giant screed? No, there are actually breaks in the lyric instructions, and it didn't follow any of it. And like, I mean, I don't really mind. It's like one massive, like, again, just hard metal screed the entire time through. It's like, but that's not what I intended when I was making it, and I couldn't get it to not do that.
And again, I've seen basically the type of stories and songs that you try to go for. I wouldn't be surprised if you were trying to make it into one long verse.
I could probably do that. Oh my God, have you ever read The Road? I hate that book with a passion. But have you ever read The Road by I forget the guy's name.
Names are not my strong suit, and just calling a story a road does not narrow it down.
It's like Cormac McCarthy or something like that. I don't remember what the guy's fucking name is. I could not hate that book even more than I already do. Catherine says, "Need help promoting a song, Cosmic?" I mean, if you want to be...
He's saying prompting. He's saying prompting.
Oh yeah, prompting a song. No, it's not the prompting a song. That's the issue. It's very specifically when it's like it just wants to like rapid fire through it, but it does that largely with like when you are like getting close to the character limit in the box, and that's just because, again, it's a lot of detail you're cramming into the lyric box, so it's trying to fit everything into like a 7-minute period. So it's just one of those things I run into on occasion. Okay, so let's go back to... Okay, so we're at 41 seconds in. So let's go back to the first verse. Skylines torn, streaks are cracked and bare. Which, again, as we said, this was inspired when you were showing me the... when was that series? It was the Godzilla series. Like, what would it be, like the 2000s that show premiered?
I think it was like 1998, 1999. Let me check.
That would have been the year of the movie being made, so that would have been like released right along that. Let me get my soda. That probably was nice to listen to, right? Yeah, 1998 was the movie. Huh?
Yeah. And it was also made in 1998.
Holy crap, that was fast.
First aired on September 12th, 1998. So basically just several months after the movie.
Captain says 1998 was the movie, and my favorite band is on the soundtrack of the movie. Fair enough. But feel free to let us know what the band is, because I have no idea. I was not a big fan of that movie. The movie is a terrible Godzilla movie, but as a functional remake of The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, it's actually pretty good.
I don't remember the name of the band, but he's talking about basically the one that's singing the "Oh no, there goes Tokyo, go go Godzilla."
I don't know. I've literally not seen that movie in like 2 decades.
But yeah, it's like, again, it's like the song was basically inspired because of that animated series, and as you can see in that line right there, basically it's like when a kaiju basically destroys a city, it always basically tears down the buildings.
Yeah. Kenok says, I mean, unsub starts with them opening their cans. That's fair, right? I leave it a little bit more stochastic. You never know when the can is getting opened, right? Because you never know when the can is finished drinking, right? Or if there will be a can. But, let's see. Captain says it's Rage Against the Machine. Captain says it's Rage Against the Machine. Song is called No Shelter. I have to relook that up. I haven't heard that song in ages. So, alright, so Skyline's torn.
Forever since I heard like half these songs.
Yeah, so Skyline's torn, the streets are cracked and bare. Obviously, cracked and bare is, again, damage to the roads. Skyline's torn is damage to the actual, like, buildings and the skyscrapers, which is why you see the giant cranes all the way in the background, right? You can even see some of these buildings are still destroyed. Alright, let's see.
Indeed.
Let's go here. Towering shadows left their mark everywhere. Again, 3 guesses what this means, right? The towering shadows, in plural, are the giant monsters fighting each other, right?
Yes.
Kenok says, as opposed to doing a countdown, right? Oh, excuse me. That had to come out. Cabaruti says, Cabaruti says, a line from the song, Godzilla, you motherfucking filler. Keep your eyes on the real killer. I mean, it kind of seems to sum up the disposition of the people making the movie, to be perfectly honest. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go forward. But at the break of dawn, we pull our boots on tight. Let's see. Hard hats gleaming in the morning light. So it's like, again, we can't deal with it right now because it's too late. So we got to deal with this first thing in the morning. Steel and concrete, sweat upon our brow. We lift the pieces up. We won't back down. So it's like, again, it's the challenge against entropy itself as it tears down what you've made before, and refusing to lie down in the ruins and to make something out, and instead making something out of the ruin of the situation, right?
Yes.
Wait, what's going on? Hold on. Justin, just someone, 1038 says, can't hear you over the hot waifu. What? Doctor
I
Talk.
think he's talking about my design.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the waveforms for.
He's making.
Huh?
He's making a joke. He's saying my character is too hot to pay attention to what we're saying.
Okay, that makes sense. Keon Ellis says, I was wondering why my scanner and phone wasn't talking. Then it said, did you turn on Bluetooth? I smacked myself for not doing that ahead of time. That's fair. I've done that before. Blue Collar Rock. Yep, Canuck. Absolutely, right?
From the ashes rising, brick by brick we stand. A crew united, working hand in hand.
So it's kind of like the ethos of, so we're at 55. It's kind of the ethos of the song here, right? From the ashes rising, brick by brick we stand. So it's kind of like society itself is like a civilization is a phoenix, right? Rising from from its own ashes. And then brick by brick, which I remember talking to you when you showed me the song before you released it, right? And it's like, the whole brick by brick thing was completely unrelated to the whole the whole Lego situation going on now. And I was like, you and me had a whole conversation about like how brick by brick actually works, no matter whether you're talking about tearing something down or building something up, right? It's like, yes, we have this thing we got to build this massive structure or this massive project. How are we going to do it? Brick by brick, brick by brick. I'm very glad I didn't accidentally cut myself doing that. But anyway, or like if you're trying to tear something down, it's like, how do we tear down these communist systems that they've built? About brick by brick, brick by brick, right? It's just brick by brick. It's just such an actually genius like calling card for that, because it's just like
bang your desk at that second time.
Oh yeah, brick by brick, brick by brick. Hopefully that wasn't too loud.
It kind of cut out a little bit.
So
That's why it goes.
So brick by brick we stand. So that just has nothing to do with the actual whole Manso Lego situation. So let's go.
I wrote this song before I even knew about that entire situation.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's like synchronicity and whatnot, right? So a crew united, working hand in hand. So obviously it's just a sign of cooperation, right? So we're at 55 seconds. Hold on, we got more things in the chat. Captain Rudy says, Mr. Hot Waifu sounds like if Shayla and Eustace had a kid. I don't know if that's a burn or a compliment, to be perfectly honest. Canuck said,
I'll take both.
Canuck said, beat that mic like it owes you money. Brick by brick, like bam, there you go. Bricks and minifigs, that's what it was. I was like, what the fuck is the name of that company? Yeah. Oh my god, I have so many actually like really salty opinions about everything going on in that situation. But that's for another time, right? Then right now we're
the information that came out.
Yeah, but that's for a future thing to talk about. Right now we're trying to look at this song, right? All right.
We're trying to stick with today at Cosmic.
That's tomorrow at Cosmic, right? Okay. Let's continue.
The monster's gone, but our spirit remains in every beam we raise, in every window pane. We're rebuilding the city.
Okay, so is this one of those times where you were talking about like where the spacing doesn't actually match the lyrics?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I kind of figured. I'm just looking at this. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this was supposed to have a little bit of space between that and the last line. It does that to me all the time.
Yeah.
God damn it, Rudy. Right? Okay, so the monster's gone, but the spirit remains, right? So the monster is like the devastation, because let's be fair, oftentimes you could very well analogize a kaiju to like a natural disaster or like a war crime, right? I mean, just think about like how often that's just objectively what the monster represents in a lot of these movies, right? So the thing is, all right, like,
but even after they're gone,
keep going.
Continue what you're saying.
You go.
Yeah, it's like. I think we're about to make the same points. Like the thing that caused the massive devastation is gone, but our spirit to keep moving forward still remains, as the song says.
Exactly. It's like, again, the city is devastated, but the spirit of man has not been crushed, right? Because like that's the whole point of like the human project, is to make effectively something from as close to nothing as possible, which is what we as a society have effectively done, right? Hold on.
Many times.
Let's see. Captain Rudy says, oh wait. What the? Okay. Yeah, Captain Rudy said, next song should be about how a cassowary is basically a kaiju turkey. Ah, so you saw the More Pars video, eh? I mean, he's not wrong, right? It's basically, I mean, it literally is a dinosaur by, cladistic measure, means, but still. In every beam we raise...
Cassowary destroys the Australian village.
Right? The cassowary would be what Australia would make a kaiju out of. But, yeah, so every beam we raise, in every window pane, not exactly a rhyme here, but, oh, wait, remain and pain is what's rhymed here. But, yeah. So, and there'll be something that some people might notice is the use of the tilde here, which is very clearly being used to indicate that the word is actually lengthened. So it's not set at a normal cadence. It's being lengthened in the song for, musical effect, right?
Yes, I know there's a more professional way of how you can actually go in and basically showcase exactly which sections are being lengthened, but this is basically like the lazy man approach.
That's fair. Captain Rudy says, bro, I love Morse Pars. He is. Let's see. Only Australia could start a war with flightless birds and lose. Boy, do I have something to tell you about rabbits.
That's the thing about Australia. Like, they keep saying that it's full of monsters, but if you pay attention, they basically lose the war to everything that they come across, including rabbits.
Yeah,
they lost a war to rabbits.
Oh my god! One thing is kind of funny is that again, Australia got ravaged by a bunch of fat toads, but the islands that those toads came from got ravaged by a bunch of tiny frogs. It's just, oh my god.
Nature's weird.
Right, and those tiny frogs are from Puerto Rico, right? The homeland of the iron mouse. And funny enough, that frog has its own VTuber, right? And just calls themselves Koki, because that's what those frogs are called. It's just the sound the frog makes, right? The Koki. Kennox. Oh, that happens.
It was a frog.
Yeah, no, it's a Koki is a frog. Let's see. Kennock says the emus, yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Kevin Rudy says Australia, land of the Kalids and home of the kaijus, right? All right, so let's get back to this. Let's see. In every window pane. And it is kind of funny because my first thought here was like the broken window fallacy. It's like we're actually not better off that the window is broken, right? But also it is like kind of like a glass, you can't really cry over spilled milk kind of deal, right? You just got to clean it up and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially considering, again, that like the kaiju represents a force of destruction that you can't really account for. Just someone says, if only they could weaponize spiders, right? The Newcastle big boy drones, right?
Don't tempt Australia. They'll lose the war to the spiders they make.
All right, let us continue. So I'm going to guess that's the end of that particular section of text, right?
Yes, that's actually where the verse ends.
Okay, is it a verse or a chorus? I'm still not entirely on board with the musical lingo. So hold on.
What do I look like, a musician to you? As an armless girl.
So we're rebuilding the city. This is like the mission statement, right? Is build up what was destroyed. which is de facto the entire project that all of us basically have to be working on right now when it comes to our home countries, right? Is that, like, yes, what has happened to our countries has basically been like a giant fucking monster coming through and wreaking havoc. In fact, actually, in some degrees, it might have been more damaging to, like, what some things, to the damage some of our countries have taken through bad policies, through, again, like, all kinds of stuff that, like, Kirsha and Leaflet honestly would probably bitch about for hours, which they are right to bitch about. But the thing is, again, even if you get all that solved, you still have the issue of, like, again, rebuilding what was torn down. And yeah, so we are rebuilding the city, stone by stone. So we go from brick by brick to stone by stone, turning broken dreams into a brighter home. So this is the idea of, like, kintsugi, right? Where it's like, kintsugi is a practice in Japanese pottery, where it actually, there's a funny story behind it. So it begins with, like, a noble whose like favorite bowl broke, right? And and he was heartbroken about it, so he wanted to get it fixed. So he actually got it shipped out to China to get it fixed. And the way that the Chinese the Chinese repairman fixed it was he just put a bunch of what are effectively staples in it to hold it together. And obviously, that's a really fucking ugly way to fix that, right? So the solution was get gold, make a gold powder, and get some adhesive, and literally just glue the broken pottery together with a gold overlay adhered to it. That way, the cracks themselves become part of the beauty of the thing repaired, right? So a thing can actually turn out to be more beautiful on the other end after being destroyed by how it's put back together, right? So again, we're turning broken dreams into a brighter home, which was only possible because those dreams were broken in the first place, right?
Which is the running theme of this song.
Right? Okay, let's see. With hammer swinging to a hopeful song. I mean, someone said blue collar worker rock, right? It is like, it's effectively what this is.
Yeah.
So
At least I now have a genre to call this by.
With hammer swinging to a hopeful song. And you know what? This actually kind of reminds me of that old image of, like, laying the railroad tracks with the stake in the ground, and then you have the one man hit it with a hammer and pull with, like, a sledgehammer, pull back, but there's someone on the opposite side, and as soon as he's pulling back, the hammer hits down and he pulls back. There's a person to the right and the left, and they hit it, so it's like it goes pop, 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 pop in quick succession because you have 4 people working on the same stake. That's kind of what I get. It's like a worker song, because a lot of the... Huh?
You and me basically know too much of the same type of media, because that's exactly the imagery I was thinking about when making this lyric, this part right here.
Fair enough, right? But yeah, so it's like, again, people working together in a coordinated fashion and singing a song, which, to be fair, that's exactly what a sea shanty is, right? Sea shanties were things that you would sing while working on the ship, right? You have worker songs are things that you would sing.
Construction shanty.
Right? Because, like, back in the day, you'd have worker songs. These are songs people would sing while working so that the day would move by faster and that they could increase productivity. Nowadays, working songs are frowned upon, but, they're big project spirit builders, to be perfectly honest, right? Oh god, hold on. Captain Rudy says, deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe, big boy. Only in Australia. That is a great line. I lost my shit the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
Kinnock says that's the bridge into the chorus. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask someone how to tell these things apart by ear, because I have no fucking clue, right? Thank you, Kinnock, for letting me know. Captain Rudy says, refer to lyrics of the Tide of Truth if you want examples of verse chorus. I'll do that. Let's see, that or making mochi. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. We're stronger together where we belong, right? Again. So, you don't... So, obviously, again, the whole we have to work together to get anything done kind of deal, right? It's not the Communist Manifesto. It's just an acknowledgement that, like, look, man, if you want to get any of these things done, if you actually want to rebuild your community after it's been destroyed, you kind of all have to work together. You can't, man is not a god. He cannot... Huh?
Yeah, like, Rome was not built in a day, and it was not built by one person.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, well, we're not gods. We can't stand on our own foundation, right?
Yep.
But railroad is far more apropos. I mean, fair enough, right? So we're stronger together where we belong. So like, where is in this case in this group, right? So the we indicates community, and so we're turning community into a location. So this community is tied to a specific location. Which obviously in this case we have the image of the city. The we is the community, and the community is intrinsically tied to the locus, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So let's go forward. The futures. Wait, did we stop when we got here, or is this the next part?
I think it's like, hang on. Move a little bit forward to see what the dialogue.
Oh no, it's the we'll make it better, me and you. Okay, so we're still on this part.
Yeah,
So-
that's where we. Yeah.
Oh, the future's calling. Can you feel it too? Right. So basically, the future's calling is we have a job to do right now, right? We can't put it off. We can't put it off. We have something to do right now because the future is calling, not in the sense that like it's there waiting for us. It's calling in the sense that like we have to build it in the first place. But that's why it's calling to us, right? So in a very real sense, it's not that like we are like it's not that like we're hurtling towards the future. We literally make the future. So the future is calling to us in the sense that like that we need to build it in the first place, right? That way we can get to that future that we want to be at, right? So the whole can you feel it
They're
too?
waiting for us, but we can only reach it. But we can only reach it if we put in the work to make it.
I don't really think that like saying the future is waiting for us is really a helpful way to explain it. I do think the idea that like we actually literally make the future is a much more accurate way to look at this stuff. Because
I guess I got cut off because it's literally the second half of what I said.
no, I get it. I'm just disagreeing with the first half.
Fair enough.
I'm disagreeing with the first half. I'm agreeing with the second half, right?
Who's
So-
the songwriter here?
So can you feel it too, right? So like the whole idea of like can you feel it too being like again, this seems to be like a reference to a disposition. This isn't a defeatist call. This is a futurist call, right? This is again, just because things are bad now doesn't mean that they will always be bad. It's the whole idea like we're not doomed to perpetual decline. Captain Rudy says the future is calling. They want their apocalypse back. They can take their apocalypse and shove it where the sun don't shine, right? Let's see.
New Jersey.
Just someone's 1038 says keep saying you can feel it, and I think in the air tonight.
What?
Keep saying can you feel it, and I think in the air tonight. I have no idea what you're getting at, just someone. Are you feeling it now?
Doctor to check it out.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? No, it's just I just didn't get the message. I just have no idea what you're talking about, my good sir. Can you feel it in the air tonight as a song? Oh, okay, that's why I'm not getting it. I have no idea what song you're referring to be perfectly honest. Wait. Hold on. Is it a Genesis song? I think you might be referring to a. Oh, okay. That is the thing. It took me way too long to put that together. It's like, wait a minute. What the fuck? Wait, I am getting a song, but it sounds like it's Genesis in my head. Okay, so it is Genesis. Right? That's fair. Oh my god.
It's like you might be the one who needs to see a doctor.
Right? I took too many blows to the head, right? Anyway. So, the future's calling. Can you feel it too? We'll make it better. Me and you. So again, it's like the future's calling. So what future are we doing? It's the future that we will make better. Me and you. So it's again a cooperative effort to make the future better. Let's see. When you can see the light bulb turn on. Yes, Kenok, the light bulb definitely turned on in real time. Right? Captain Rudy says, it has the most recognizable drum fill in the world. Possibly, but it wasn't in my... But the lyrics were not in my head. All right, let's continue.
Kids are watching from the rubble's edge.
Okay, so that was the end of that? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. We can talk about those lyrics.
Okay. So let's go back here. So after the "we'll make it better, me and you," the first line is "kids are watching from the rubble's edge," right? So the kids are being kept out of the disaster zone, right? At least outside of the main danger sites of the disaster zone, right? And what's going on? Well, obviously kids are curious, so they're looking to see what the hell the adults are doing, right? And so what do they see the adults doing? They see the adults actually working to rebuild the city, right? We smile and wave, give them hope instead. Again, like not everything that just because things are ruined now doesn't mean they have to stay that way. We can actually make things better through our own reason, our own decision, our own volition.
And let the kids know that basically tomorrow will be a better day.
Yeah, tomorrow. Fair enough that tomorrow has a chance to be a better day. But also the thing I think of is like, children are imitators by nature, right? They imitate the things that they see. So if you emulate a good way of living life, oftentimes children will pick that up by nature, because children emulate those things that they that they see, and that's how they learn the world around them ultimately, right? It's like when a child starts swearing up a storm, it's usually because, let's be fair, the parents have a bit of a potty mouth, right?
I guess the parents should put the bar of soap in their own mouths.
Right. Let's see. Let's continue on. Wires and girders, paint and glass we blend. Again, where we're talking about like the process of building, right? You have the wires and girders. You can even see in the background here. Paint and glass. Again, these are just the description of construction. Okay, let's see. Building back stronger than it was back then. And again, this is kind of like the idea of like, now that we know how things can go wrong, we can actually build to account for how things go wrong. That way, the next time it happens, it's not, it's not actually as bad as it was this time, right? Like, you think if Japan were to build another nuclear plant after Fukushima, you don't think they would make it significantly stronger against an earthquake than it already was? Not to mention that, like in the Fukushima situation, it already went through and survived way better than it was actually designed to. Right? Just pointing that out there. It survived remarkably well considering what it was actually designed to withstand.
Yeah, it's like, and if they rebuilt the nuclear plant, it's like, they'll take what worked and basically improved on what didn't.
Yeah. So
that's the way of how things always go.
That's the way you're supposed to do this stuff, right? That's the whole point of like reviewing how. Again, that's the whole point of like doing forensic work on how buildings collapse, or like the thing that you were telling me earlier about like that one thing in like Korea. I guarantee you, like when that building collapsed in Korea, there was a forensic investigation that then also was used for future building. The future guidelines for building, how not to build, right? But
well, actually, in the case of that shopping mall, it was literally because the dude who owns the place was basically skirting past all of the regulations.
Let's see. Hold on. Analysis. For some reason, the left is upset Trump is fixing the Capitol. Well,
because they don't want the Capitol fixed.
Well, I was gonna say a lot of the left is also just like misinformed about things going on, right? But a lot of it is also malicious. Some people, there's a reason we call it like Trump derangement syndrome, right? Oh my God, man can apparently do no right. Let's see, Captain Rudy's.
Dude, I keep telling you, Trump is not in your soup.
Right. Let's see. Captain Rudy says, children only imitate and emulate the bad things you do. They'll never say please and thank you, but they'll tell a random stranger to fuck off because reasons. I disagree with you.
How you raise them.
Right. I have a sneaking suspicion that's a literal skill issue. Right. Just someone 1038 says. Fukushima basically got punched by Godzilla, then violated by a squid monster. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to put it, actually. If kaiju are representations of natural disaster, yeah. So you're saying?
I was going to continue the jokes. Like, show me on the diagram where the squid touched you.
Well, considering it's Japan, that's a very possible situation, right? Let's see. Captain Rudy says mentality of the left. Trump is. God damn it. Captain Rudy says mentality of the left. Trump is doing it, therefore it's bad because he's doing it. Unironically, that does seem to be how they think sometimes. Keel Nellis says, I work with kids and they will emulate your good side too. Exactly, right? But also a lot of times when you see a kid doing in certain communities, and let's be fair, we know that it's not one community, but we also know which communities they are, right? When you see sometimes a kid doing the right thing, sometimes they'll get pushed down a peg by their own community for doing the right thing. So, it also depends on like what incentives are being given for behaviors. It takes a while for them to learn manners, but that's because most parents don't teach them it. Yeah, that's exactly my point. A lot of parents nowadays don't actually raise their kids. They expect someone else to raise their kid, and then they get really shocked when it turns out their kid didn't turn out the way that they want him to, right? Let's see. Captain says Fukushima was...
They never bet on who they're going to want their kids to be raised. Like, they just toss them either into a public school, into the neighborhood, and even now today, it's to online, and it's like, they never actually pay attention to who's actually raising their kids.
Yeah, because again, they're not actually interested in their kid, which is really, really disappointing, to be perfectly honest.
It's a very weird stance.
Yeah. Captain Rudy says Fukushima was wet and wild and not in the fun way. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Excuse me. Dust in the air, but this is the part where we need to go.
Yeah, the last line was the last part we listened to.
Okay.
That's the last part we listened to.
Kennock says lead by example works with children and adults. Yeah, it does, because it turns out like when you because leading by example shows that it's actually possible, right? Instead of it being abstract, vacuous gas, you give a concrete example of the thing that you're actually like trying to say is achievable. And because you're literally the example of the achievable, it gives a reason to first try and then try and try and try and eventually succeed, right? Captain Rudy says it's almost as if being a parent requires effort on the parents' part. Well, if parents actually put effort into raising their kids, we wouldn't have to deal with this digital ID bullshit that the various world governments keep trying to push through. But,
You ever consider just turning off the TV, sitting down with your kids, and beating them?
And hitting them? Oh my god, it's one of the greatest bending Rodriguez lines ever. Oh my god, that sends me every fucking time I see it. It's like, yeah, granted, you probably shouldn't do corporal punishment for every little thing, right? But at the same time, it's like, have you ever just tried sitting down with your kids and not sparing the rod? Oh my god. Okay, let's continue.
Dust in the air, but our hearts are clear. Proud construction crew, we show no fear. Every nail we drive is a promise made that tomorrow's light won't be afraid.
Okay, so is that the end of that?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I've kind of hit or miss with this prediction, right? Okay, so
Well, this song, with this song, it's kind of easy to tell where the lines are supposed to stop. And Tsuno just kind of decides to keep going.
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I can the oh yeah, it's literally the Reverend Lovejoy. Won't somebody please think of the children? If you were thinking about the children, you probably wouldn't let them on the internet, first of all, right? I'm just saying, right? The internet is not a place for children. And if you are going to let your kids on the internet, maybe actually like invest in the 10 minutes of research. You might need to find some actually good, parenting software to protect your kids. It literally is not that hard, especially now that we have AI to do half of the research outsourcing for you, right? Oh my god. Let's see. Yeah, I see that. Nice try. Nice
AI people are using AIs to teach them all this stuff.
Right. Nice try, Rudy. I see what you're doing there. And that is an appropriate reaction, Kennock.
Rudy, I don't see any nuts.
Right. So
It must be too small to see.
So dust in the air, but our hearts are clear. So it's like, again, there's the dust in the air is like, obviously you have like, for example, footage of 9/11, and it's like, again, the dust in the air can be very thick, very opaque, right? Can't really see even 10 feet in front of your face. But You know, the dust is in the air, so again, things are bad in the outside, but our hearts are clear. So, and this is the part where we get there. Proud construction crew, we show no fear, right? Because it actually takes courage to actually do, you know, potentially, you know, a lot of these jobs, right? Like, first of all, if you have any kind of acrophobia, you know, fear of heights, God help you if you're trying to build a skyscraper, right? And man is naturally afraid. I'm not afraid of heights. Like, I love heights, but like, man is a lot of men are naturally afraid of heights. But also, it's like, yeah, some of the stuff that you're working around is like in construction crews, you know, they have all these safety measures for a reason. A lot of this stuff could like seriously hurt or kill you. So it's like you need to actually be safe, and you need
one wrong step from any of these guys up here, and basically, we're basically digging a 6-foot hole.
I mean, you might make a crater in the ground from this scythe up, but yeah. But where were we? Yeah, proud construction crew, we show no fear. But there's also goes back to here, where it's like the whole point of art is to concretize a metaphysic, right? To take a view of man in his life, because art is a selective recreation of elements in reality for with a meaningful purpose. So here we see I think the purpose of the song is actually in this line. Dust in the air, but our hearts are clear. Proud construction crew, we show no fear. Every nail we drive is a promise made that tomorrow's light won't be afraid. And here it's, again, we're moving from a state of chaos, right? Again, something formless after destruction, right? Something that had form and identity, like a building, has now been destroyed, right? It has lost its integrity. And so the goal now is to take this thing that has lost its integrity, right? This environment, and to actually make it conform to the mind of man, right? Again, I wrote a song somewhat about this too, where one of the lines was "make matter toe the line," right? And the reason for that is, again, because we're trying to create a particular world that it's not just that we want to live in, but we want our descendants to live in, right? Which is something I know a lot of people nowadays don't seem to understand to think about, but, you know, things here and there, right? There's a lot of Gengars in my chat for some reason, right?
That's a Gengar?
Yeah, that's a Gengar. Hold on.
Wait, it is a Gengar. That was a cat.
Okay, that's really funny. I didn't expect that mistake. I thought you would, of all people, like, noticed that was a Gengar.
No, seriously. If you see it from my computer screen, it actually looks like a cat.
Okay, fair enough. Oh my god, now we got, like, Kirsha and, like, Leaflet dancing. Oh my god. Right. But, yeah, so I think this is the ultimate, like, message of, yeah, I think this is the ultimate message of the song right here in this particular section of the text is instead of, you can't just leave the world in ruin, you actually have to make matter toe the line. You actually have to be part of the construction crew, right? Part of the builder project to actually make reality, as much as you can conform with the idea in your head, right? Not in the sense of negating reality, but by understanding reality around you and actually, again, making matter toe the line. Hence, every nail we drive is a promise made that tomorrow's light won't be afraid, right?
Yep.
Okay. It seems the chat is moving really quickly, so hold on. See, the song sounds very country. Have you tried different styles like rap? Well, that would be a Doctor of Insanity question. I don't know if you did actually try rap. I think the first song you did is rap, eh?
No, for this one I basically tried classic rock, but for some reason it just kept wanting to make this song country.
That's fair. Kionala says 2 things make the human world go around is money and men. You're not wrong, right? Money is how we allocate, again, decisions about what is the thing we need to work on at the moment, and like resource allocation. And the men are the one who actually do the on the ground foundational work to make sure everything runs. You are absolutely correct about that. Let's see. Kenok says it's not even the ground; it's hitting the steel on the way down. Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's a good point. You might die before you hit the ground if you fall from here, too, right? Good Lord, man.
Yeah, right. You're going into the ground.
Right? Depending on how you hit, how far down you hit one of those steel girders, you might hit the ground in multiple pieces. Let's see. Captain says...
I'm making a burial joke.
I know. Kevin Rudy says, I'm not afraid of heights, I'm afraid of falling. I'm perfectly fine climbing a rock wall with a harness, being in a tall building, flying a plane, etc. and just be fine. But as soon as I feel like I'm about to fall over, even if my feet are planted on the ground, I have a mini heart attack. That's fair. We're making our own hype train, absolutely based. Become the future that you seek to manifest, right? All right, back to the song. So this is the part where we actually left off on, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
The night was dark, but the day has come. We rise together, steady as the sun.
And I'm pretty sure that's the end of that, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So the night was dark, and obviously we're talking about, like, again, like the disaster itself is the night, right? The period of uncertainty, right? Let's see. But the day has come, so it's like, again, the nightmare is over, and now it's time to wake up and actually get to work rebuilding what had happened. So the day has come. We rise together. So this is a communal project, steady as the sun, right? Now, I don't know how you came up with this line, but it's definitely an interesting line because steady as the sun is a very literal way of, again, you're reflecting, in a sense, the nature of the sun. As the sun rises and sets on a steady pace that's predictable and reliable, right? So too must we emulate the sun by being steady in our attempt to, rebuild the world around us that has been destroyed, right?
Yeah, it's like the easiest way to explain how I came up with this thing is like if the monster destroying the city is the representation of the darkness, then the people rebuilding the city is basically the sun.
Yes. Just someone 1038 says, AI can be very stubborn. There are workarounds, but sometimes it's just like the AI has a specific personality. That's true. Max Ray 66. Oh, hello there.
Sometimes
Keep going.
I was going to say, it's like some of the songs I had down the lines, like the AI just wanted to do what it wanted to do, and it's like I'm like, you know, this is actually better than what I was planning, so now I'm going with it.
Fair enough, right? Max Ray 66 says, "Hi, would you do a reaction to my Friends track?" You're free to send it in the thing. I'll get to it if I can. But this is going to be a shorter stream than I usually do. Last time I did a stream, it was like 2 hours, and I'm probably not going to be on for like another 4-hour session. But yeah, if you send it to me, I can put it in the queue. Let's see. Okay, so where are we? Steady as the sun. So then, okay, the next line is what we're waiting for. Okay, so obviously what we just heard right now is basically a repeat of the first verse, right?
Correct.
Okay.
There's really no need to go over this part because we already just did.
Yeah. Kenok says, a shorter stream, he says, at almost an hour in. Have you seen a Kirsha stream? Right? Have you seen a Kirsha stream?
Like, the fact that we're basically like, how far along in the song we are? Like almost 2/3.
Yeah.
The fact that we're basically 2/3 into this song and we're only an hour into it is basically short for this dude.
Yeah. Have you not seen like what I did with Play Astronomica's video? Like that was almost a 3-hour reaction. I turned a 5-minute video into like a 5-hour commentary. I mean a 3-hour commentary. Right?
First run, let the gardens grow in the places monsters used to roam. We plant new seeds where the old walls fell. This is our story. This is our tale to tell.
So at the end of that verse? Or is there a little bit more on that?
It goes a little bit more. We can stop here.
Okay. No, I've never seen a Kirsche stream. Well, I'm telling you right now, some of these people go for like 10 fucking hours in streams. Oh my god, I don't know how Lusty Lynx does that stuff she does. Like, she is fucking in it for the love of the game. I'm like, I could not imagine streaming this much. I streamed for like 6 hours one time, and I was like, I'm dead.
She's had her vocals trained.
Right? I streamed for 6 hours one time, and at the end of it, I was like, I am die. Thank you forever. Discord is the best way to send React suggestions. Hold on. I don't know if it's Twitch, but if you send it either on Twitch or YouTube, because I'm on both of them right now, one of them actually sends the link, but I don't remember which one. So like if you put it in the link, one of those should work. He spent almost an hour reacting to the sea shanty I made for him. I mean, I'm a chatty bitch. What can I say, right? Okay. Wait, so we're doing the react to this part, right?
Thing is,
yeah.
yeah, it's like the difficult part with this dude is finding a way to get him to shut up.
Right. So, let the rivers run, let the gardens grow, right? So again, we're talking about like life coming. We're talking about like returning the boon of life to the world of the dead at this point, right? In places monsters used to roam. So again, it's like we're accounting for the monsters now. We're trying, used to. It's in the past, right? Not the future. Let's see.
Yeah.
We plant new seeds where the old walls fell. Let's see. Again, we're talking about like building up a new society, not society, but a new structure. This is our story. This is our tale to tell. Okay, so this is where we stopped, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So see if we can find anything here. The place where monsters used to roam, I guess, could also be the fact that like a lot of the what would you say monster movie stuff, and whoop, there goes my chat, but I can find that later. No, it actually did just like wipe.
Streamer, everyone.
No, the OBS is the thing freaking out. I can pull this up pretty easy. But the thing is, where was I? Oh yeah, the places monsters used to roam. It's like, well, are we talking about like the giant monster, the disaster, or is like because it says monsters in plural, right? And sometimes big monsters and little monsters come hand in hand, right?
And usually inside these monster movies, there are both.
Yeah.
And we ain't talking about basically the creatures that disgust a bunch of people.
Right. Kenok says he spent. Let's see. Kionado says they worked up to it, build up their stamina. Oh, I'm aware of that, but it's like, my God, man. Sea shanties deserve a thorough deep dive. That's correct. The link did send. Let's see. So let me know in Max Ray 66. The link did send. Captain Rudy says, when I first met Lynx right after Crybrows dropped, she streamed for like 18 hours straight. Holy fuck. I went to bed, woke up for work the next morning, and she was still streaming. She's on that grind, right? She's doing it for the love of the game. Kinnock says, I know those streams, good on them for the dedication. I just hope they're keeping good care of themselves health-wise, because that can really fuck you up. Have you considered our...
We've already seen some of the Whole Life people needing throat surgery because they're not used to such lengths.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's not even a used to thing. It's just a physiological thing. You're not meant to talk to that degree. There's a language actually in Africa called Ka. It's got a click consonant at the beginning. I just don't remember which one. But the thing is like, it uses a lot of really throat-taxing sounds and rhythms. And as a result, there are physiological changes that actually happen to their voice box. because of the way that you actually use the muscles in the throat in order to actually talk. And this is something that even develops to people who are learning the language, again, because of how taxing it is on the throat and in the specific ways it taxes the throat. So it's an interesting little thing. The way you talk does actually affect your throat and your vocal cords and all that stuff. And, you know, sometimes it's a little interesting. But anyway, just someone says...
funny word, magic man.
Just someone says, have you considered our seeds instead of new seeds? Feel free to ignore me. Okay, yeah, my chat box is just flubbed on OBS, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to the pro chat.
It read that comment. It read that comment and it was basically like, not anymore.
So let's continue. Hold on. Yeah, we plant new seeds. Let's see. Yeah, and that's obviously what the honorable chatter is talking about. Is this verse, right?
Yes.
Tail to tail. Okay, so we stopped at tail to tail.
Yeah.
Rudy says she just started her lustathon, so she was trying to get as many hours in as possible. Then the subs and donations rose the clock to over 400 hours, and she was like, "Okay, time to dial it back." Yeah, I am aware. It was a funny thing to see. So I'm pretty sure that was actually the end of this particular lyric, wasn't it?
Correct.
Okay. So we won't forget, but we won't stay down, which is again like very obvious of like what's the thing that was told to Bruce Wayne? In what was it? Batman Begins. It's like it's not that we fall down; it's that we choose to get back up, kind of deal, right? So it's like which is effectively here, right? It's like we won't forget, which would be really stupid to forget because forgetting would be not accounting for the things that did this in the first place. But we won't stay down. It's like, again, like this did not defeat us. We are conquerors. We came, we saw, we conquered. But let's see. Look around. The city's getting found. And like, how is it getting found? Well, it's getting found because it's being literally built, right? So literally you're finding it in the sea of possibilities by reducing it from possibility into actuality, right? Which is a very hylomorphic way of looking at it.
Yep.
Okay. Kenok says, honorable chatters love foxus. They do, right? Captain says, no fox given.
Everyone in this community loves foxus.
Oh, yeah, right?
We're rebuilding the city, stone by stone, turning pain and loss into a place called home. Hear the hammers singing loud and strong. A new day's coming, we've been waiting long. Yeah, the future's bright and shining right on through. We did it together. Rising from the ruin.
Okay, so this is obviously the outro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did the rule of three thing where it's like on the third iteration, you actually changed it lyrically. So, let's see. We're rebuilding the city, stone by stone, turning pain and loss into a place called home, right? So it's not that you're living, so these people, this is interesting because this could be read two ways, but in context, it actually informs how you're supposed to read this verse, right? Because if you said that like this line in abstract could refer to, for example, making your home inside pain and loss, but here we're talking more of a type of alchemical transmutation, right? Which I think the alchemical word for this would be like albedo and rubido, where you're turning something like lead or a base metal into something gold, silver, which in the case of like or gold, which is the goal of albedo, or into something that can make more gold, like the philosopher's stone, right? So that would be the process of rubido. And this is the antithesis of what the actual like monsters did in this thing, which I guess if we're going to use the alchemical, analogy, would be closer to something like nigrido, the act of like breaking something down from a higher component into a lesser component, right? Deconstruction or putrefaction, something like that, right? So here, obviously, we're turning, again, that which has been decomposed and putrefied and returning it back into gold. Let's see.
Here, more complex than that was going to be said, but yes.
Let's see. Here the hammer's singing loud and strong. So it now we're turning from, again, like we're from the workers are singing to the hammers themselves are part of the music, right? They're not just part of the music in the sense that like they are part of the lyrics, but they're part of the musical quality of the song itself. So which I'm actually kind of interested. I'm gonna have to look into that. I wonder if that was actually something in the old worker, the work songs, where the sound of the work itself was part of the musical quality. But I'd have to do some research into that.
It was.
Oh, interesting. So that's why you did that.
Yep.
Okay. So loud and strong. Cause yeah, let's be fair. The hammer's gonna be fucking loud, right?
Maybe one power tool that isn't going to be loud.
Right. A new day is coming. We've been waiting long. So again, it's like they had to build this set. They had to build this future in the first place, right? And it was not this is literally Rome was not built in a day kind of deal, right? It takes a lot of patience, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and a lot of just like, again, like fucking putting your putting like elbow grease and like putting work to the grindstone to get this done. So we've been waiting long. So I was like, it's not just the people like not part of the thing who's been waiting. The people waiting longest in a sense are actually the people doing the work, right? Let's see. The future's brighter, shining right on through. And again, it's shining brighter because you can actually see the end goal. You can actually see the metaphysic you want to concretize. You can actually see the reality that you want to actually create by understanding the world around you and making matter toe the line. So, and that light shining in the future is the work of the workers here, right? And of the people and of their employers, because it's not just them doing this. The employer actually has to be the one to allocate the resources and actually, again, get everyone together and coordinate all this, right? It actually turns out the worker and the employer are not ontologically at odds with each other, as the Marxists would say.
Yeah, because without them, this entire process would take way longer and be less efficient.
Yes. So then we did it together, me and you. So it's like we moved from like, again, from a vision of this future to working for this future, and then at the very end, the third iteration here, we have concretized this future. It has moved from a mere possibility into the actuality, right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Let's catch up with chat. Just someone 1038 says, "Oh, I almost forgot. AI agents have begun popping up. You can use a LLM to look up a specific style and have it tell a text-to-image AI or a text-to-video AI create something more in line with your idea." Interesting. Kevin says, "Stop! Hammer time! God damn it! Hammer sight!" Kionalo says, "Creating anything is a very trust the process because the beginning looks like a mess." Oh yeah, yes, very much so, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're basically trying to build at the beginning. It's like even if you basically like get a desk that you need to put together, once when you lay everything out, it's going to look a mess.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Together, rising from the ruins, we're rising once again. Proud construction crew until the very end.
And then, yeah, I don't think we have to really expand too much on this outro, right? Rising from the ruins, right? That's literally the whole point of the song, right? Is entropy, not letting entropy win. We're rising once again, like a phoenix from the ashes, which fits because of the solar imagery in the background, right? The phoenix as a bird has always been associated with fire and the sun, and rebirth.
Funny enough, when I was basically writing this song, I was envisioning humans as the phoenix.
Right? Proud construction crew until the very end, right? Again, this entire song is also kind of is kind of like a song in praise of the oftentimes overlooked heroes who actually literally build the world around us, right? Like the men who actually put their like nose to the grindstone and actually literally create the environment around us actually do make make matter toe the line, especially after a natural disaster happens, right? It's the construction crews that have to come in and actually again rebuild housing, rebuild workspaces, rebuild all that has been lost, right? So, and it's the thing that we kind of really don't get seen talk about outside of, again, that Godzilla cartoon we were watching, right? Where they talk about the costs of reconstructing after, devastating attacks. It's not something you see brought up, and it would actually make a really interesting film to like specifically focus on the construction crews who have to deal with, as they deal with, the damage caused by giant monsters, right? So, let's see. Hello, Little Reaper. I see you agree with the assessment, right? All right. So now that we've gotten through this, let's go one more time looking at this. And I don't think
before that, and it's like before that, it's like you want me to talk about the image and the idea when creating this song.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good idea.
Okay. So with this image, I basically did originally start with the concept that you basically suggested and just basically put my lyrics and such into ChatGPT, which I use ChatGPT because it's the closest AI to get to my character design being correct. All these AIs I have tried. So and I basically did that, and it basically came out with an image of just my character standing in front of construction workers doing stuff, and it's like, yeah, that didn't work. It feels more, what's the word I'm looking for? Genuine, something like that, of having my characters actually helping to support the crew. So that's what kind of led to my character being on this trolley heading tools and lunch.
I mean, that's a fair point. I said that's a fair point.
Yeah. And the idea for the song is like, again, we were watching the 1998 Godzilla cartoon and at the construction scene, it's like, and I've seen basically how all these type of monster movies kind of depict the reconstruction. They don't really put too much focus on it, but it's always treated as basically like a doom and gloom type of things. Like, it's kind of sucks that we have to rebuild the city, and I'm like, what? And when watching the scenes, the idea popped into my head. It's like, it's actually more of a hopeful moment because, like, in most stories, you have it to where basically it's like, yeah, the thing basically destroyed the area. We basically just give up and be stuck in hopelessness. But no, it's like we actually have the people trying to rebuild to continue for the future.
Yeah,
it's actually a very hopeful message when you actually think about it.
I mean, I would agree. It doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, just looking at the image, I can tell this was made by ChatGPT. But also, outside of that, it's like, yeah, I kind of figured that, like, when you put this out, I was like, yeah, this looks like it. Just even if it wasn't just like the visual tells that, yeah, this is ChatGPT. It was also just more along the lines of like, I think you would more easily get that out of ChatGPT than you would Grok, for example, to be perfectly honest. Just because, again, your character design in particular, but also just the rest of this as well. It's like, damn, that would be a lot of prompting. That's some fucking key-in level of prompting right there, right? Like, that's some pirate level, like, oh yeah, this is a 3,000 word prompt level prompting, right?
Don't get me wrong. I basically had a lot of wording for my prompt for ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Probably about the same amount that you're supposed to give to Grok.
Let's say Little Reaper says, isn't Kaiju 8 based on that premise of cleaning up after monster attacks? I actually don't know. I haven't seen or read Kaiju 8 yet. I do want to see it. It's just been a little busy, right? Let's see. Just someone 1038 says, I mentioned the agents because they helped me produce Amy Lee from Evanescence as Eldar Farsia from Warhammer 40k. What an interesting combination, actually. That's a combination I never would have actually thought about. Holy crap. Let's see. Kenok says the other unsung heroes, the support roles, right? Oh my god, that would be actually kind of interesting. Is like, again, see like a Godzilla short film at least, right? Just talking about like again, just focusing on the unsung heroes that are not usually focused on. Again, like the construction crew, or again, like the police, like a police officer, right? Having to deal with the chaos after all this stuff, or during all this stuff, right?
Have you actually seen the list of the unmade Godzilla movies?
Have I seen it?
Known ones.
I mean, I know it's on the Godzilla wiki. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen a couple of them, but I haven't seen all of the ones in the list.
Yeah, it's like some of them actually have quite similar and quite interesting type of ideas that makes me wonder why. It's like, well, I can understand why they didn't, but it makes me regret that they didn't actually go with them.
And by the way, I see that you put a leaflet on the whole support roles thing, because yeah, I could imagine leaflet preferring to play support roles, to be perfectly honest. Let's see, Captain Rudy says, do we arm the homeless or home the armless? Interesting.
Why not both?
Right? Didn't Hassan get in trouble for that exact thing, like where he just gave fucking knives to a homeless person? Or am I confusing him with someone else?
I honestly don't really pay attention to what that dude does.
Okay, yeah, I might be confusing him with someone else, but I thought I remembered something about like Hassan giving like knives to like a fucking vagrant in like Los Angeles or something like that. It was some crazy shit, but it could have also been some other leftist screed tuber, to be perfectly honest. Kenok says, I was referring specifically to the Lunch and Tool Express that Doctor is playing in the image. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, so funny. Yeah, so funny.
Oh my god, it does say Tool in there. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm colorblind too, so that's my excuse.
But yeah, like, funny thing is, it's like ChatGPT just wanted me to basically be walking on this thing. I decided to add in the trolley myself. Well, I told it to put a trolley.
I mean, that's fair. Alright, hold on. Let me send... hold on. Alright, so we are going to listen through it a second time, and I don't imagine, considering how thoroughly we went through this, that we're going to see anything really to comment on the second time, but there's no reason to not give it a try, eh?
Correct.
Alright.
The skyline's torn, the streets are cracked and bare. Tower and shadows left their mark everywhere. But at the break of dawn, we pull our boots on tight. Hard hats gleaming in the morning light. Steel and concrete, sweat upon our brow. We lift the pieces up, we won't back down. From the ashes rising, brick by brick we stare. A crew united, working hand in hand. The monster's gone, but our spirit remains in every beat
a brighter home.
With hammers swinging to a hopeful song.
I don't think the mic is split.
We're stronger
I know it's not muted.
together where we belong. Oh, the future's calling, can you feel it too? We'll make it better, me and you. Kids are watching from the rubble's edge. We smile and wave, giving them hope instead. Wires and girders, peat and glass we blend, building back stronger than it was back then. Dust in the air, but our hearts are clear. Proud construction crew, we show no fear. Every nail we drive is a promise made that tomorrow's light won't be afraid. The night was dark, but the day has come. We rise together, steady as the sun. We're rebuilding the city, stone by stone, turning broken dreams into a brighter home. With hammers swinging to a hopeful song. We're stronger together where we belong. Oh, the future's calling, can you feel it too? We'll make it together, me and you. Let the rivers run, let the gardens grow in the places monsters used to roam. We plant new seeds where the old walls fell. This is our story. This is our tale to tell. We won't forget, but we won't stay down. Look around, this city's getting found. We're rebuilding the city, stone by stone, turning pain and loss into a place called home. Hear the hammers singing loud and strong. A new day's coming, we've been waiting long. Yeah, the future's bright, shining right on through. We did it together, rising from the ruins. We're rising once again. Proud construction crew until the very end.
Yeah, I don't really have a commentary to add after that, to be perfectly honest. But it does look like Kennock and oh, that's you. Henya's you. That's entirely fair. The fucking dancing Henya. Oh my god. Captain Rudy's got the dancing embers, right? And the fucking twerking Gengar.
I swear that still looks like a cat to me.
Oh, excuse me.
You're not excused.
Right? So, I guess that's all. That's all I really have to say about the song. I think I gave it a decently, what would you say, in-depth cover, right? About like the like what it's trying to get at.
Yeah, and it only took you about an hour and a half.
was a short one today,
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, 15 minutes was probably reading chat, right? All right. So, huh?
Before you end the stream, if you press the escape.
Okay, if I press the escape.
If you go to my channel, post.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about this.
Yeah, this is a little hint for anyone who wants to know basically the song coming out on Wednesday.
Okay, that's fair.
If you click on it, you'll see the full image.
Well, I mean, I would if it would show me the full image. So, open image, a new tab, it seems. Okay. There's a lot of compression going on here with YouTube, right? I know which one this is. Okay, yeah, fair enough. And this is the one I thought you were talking about, but yes. Okay.
You kind of cut out there for a second.
I said, yeah, I thought this is the one you were talking about, but yeah, now I know exactly what song you're talking about. Right? That's definitely going to be an interesting review in the stream. Right?
Yeah. So basically, to all you people in the chat, I ain't going to spoil what the song is, but it's going to be a bit of a wild one.
Yeah. It's a fun wild, but it's definitely like yeah, fair enough, right? Yeah, he's doing one of the things that I do where I like use song to call out a particular subset of people, but unlike mine, he can do it in under 10 minutes, right? Right? Unlike me, where I'm gonna bitch about these people for 10 minutes in song form. He's like, I can end these people's whole career in 4. Right?
What's that one? I forget who said it, but like what that one person said, it's like you can start one of your song, fall asleep, wake up, the song's still going.
Right. Man chugs a 2-liter of root beer before stream, I swear. I actually, root beer is a little too heavy for me, to be perfectly honest. I mostly drink cola. Let's see. You got more in you, I believe you can go longer. they're like, I will not rest until this song is 2 hours of analysis. If you really want to do a deep dive, I sent my SCUAIMV in chat. If we have time, I'll get to it. But I do want to talk about a little bit of news before we get to another one, though. A lot of private time towels there. Yeah, he's calling out a specific subset of people, and I think you can tell what the subset is from the image. More wet and wild.
This image right here was this image here was actually fun to prompt.
More wet and wild than Fukushima is a crazy line, Rudy. All right, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Yeah, thank you, Doctor of Insanity, for dropping by and letting me review your song.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Well, I'll see if we can we'll talk about whether or not we're going to do this again tomorrow for the other song, okay?
Understood.
All right. So I am going to end the episode. So y'all have a lovely day, and I'll see y'all next time.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Bye. All right. So that episode is done recording.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I am probably going to react to a news story, and then, depending on how much time we have, because, I'm a chatty bitch, right? Then I'll see if I can put anything that was sent in the chat on. So, yeah. If you want to stick around for that, you can, but if you don't, I would suggest skedaddling.
Yeah, I'm just going to skedaddle.
Okay.
And do my own thing.
Roger that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going off now.
Okay. Okay. Now, here we go. All right, hello everyone. So now we get to talk about an on-again, off-again lolcow, to be perfectly honest. Fucking, what a way to be. What the first comment on this new video is Kenok saying "yap on." I very much will, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, you even got the fucking smug Alana yap frost in there. I didn't even know she had one of those emotes, to be perfectly honest. That's literally a new emote to me, right? Oh, it's like yap on, and then fucking Rudy's like yap off, right? head on, apply directly to the forehead, right? Catnip, she has such a soothing voice. She does, but I don't really get the chance to listen to a lot of her stuff. It's just, for some reason, the algorithm suppresses her in my feed, and I have no idea why. But I enjoy a Yap Fest. I much appreciate it. It's what we're here for. Yeah, fair enough, right? Okay, so we are going to react to Deme crashes out over a hypocritical tweet. Now, if I can find it, because I'm pretty sure I made a comment on this to Chibi Reviews, actually. Because, yeah, Deme does this kind of shit all the time. Oh my god, that... Sorry. It got momentarily stun-locked from a very pretty and very cute the Asian lady on the feed. Hold on. Where the fuck? I'm pretty sure I put it on there. And... Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I might actually just be tripping. Okay, hold on. Let's go to replies and see if I can find it there. Yep, here it is. I don't know why I didn't pop up on my notifications, but okay. Let's go back to the pro chat so I can actually see. There we go. So, oh, this post is unavailable. That's interesting. So, Chibi Review said, I asked why she's retweeting not safe for work art of herself despite being upset people make NSFW art of her. Avoids answering my question by personally attacking me and cheering on cheating to deflect. Since we're shit slinging, is it true you got back with your abusive ex? Now let's see if I can actually see this tweet or if I got fucking blocked. Oh, yep, here it is. This is the actual tweet right here that, again, they retweeted. 3 stars and a sun. You know, obviously the Filipino flag because she's Filipino. I will say she's not a bad looker. She's one of those people where it's like her image is actually online. But, you know, just because you're not a bad looker doesn't mean you don't have very bad takes at times, right? So Chibi was like, this level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. Look at the repost. Yeah, he's calling out, like, again, just like hypocritical behavior. Her response, wait, oh my god, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on you and your whole friend group sided with her? Laughing my fucking ass off. First of all, wildly inappropriate comment to make in this situation. He's just pointing out a contradiction and like how wild this contradiction is because yeah, this is definitely a not safe for work. I would not open up this image if I was at work, for example. I've seen this image. I'm like, yeah, if I was at work, I wouldn't exactly show anyone this. It is a literal not safe for work image. And then there's people coping and seething about like, well, you know, there's a difference between pinup art and like pornography. And like, yeah, that's true, but the boundary between pornography and not pornography is a little bit nebulous. There's a reason why the courts have a you know it when you see it kind of deal, right? They didn't give a textual definition of what it is. It's more of a vibes-based thing. So yeah, and Chibi is just kind of leaning in on that. It's like, we can't read your mind. We can't know exactly what it is that you find to be distasteful versus tasteful because again, it's kind of vibes based, right? We can't read your mind. Now I think the whole conversation here is kind of stupid, to be perfectly honest, right? If I found out someone was making this kind of art of my character, I'd be like, it's kind of weird, but I also wouldn't give a shit, right? Again, everything I make is copyleft, so if you want to make anything of it, you can. But I'd rather not see it in that case, but I'm not going to bitch and moan about it if I find out someone is doing that. Let's see. Captain Rudy says Smugglana, everyone's favorite internet browser. God damn it. Who's the lolcow? Right now we're talking about Demi. So this lady. Why can I see it now? Anyway. Sorry. Well, yeah, this was totally fucking unacceptable, to be perfectly honest. Especially considering that this was a very low point in Chibi's life, to be perfectly honest. This was a bad time to be Chibi reviews. I get... And, you know, a lot of people say, it's like, oh, yeah, I don't like this person because this person's a bad person. A lot of those people are the ones who actually reached out to Chibi to make sure he was okay, right? Like Tectone, there's a lot of things you can legitimately complain about Tectone, right? There's a lot of criticisms you can legitimately make about Tectone. But, you know, he was one of the guys who actually reached out to Chibi Reviews when he was at his lowest to try to be like, hey, buddy, is there anything I can do to actually help you, right? It seems like you're in a really fucking shitty situation, and I kind of know how that feels like. So if you need anything, you can talk to me. And, like, you know what? That's a laudable thing for Tectone to have done, to be perfectly honest, right? Losing your mind? Bro, that he lost that shit ages ago. That's what reading the Communist Manifesto will do to you, right? Pick one, Deme or Filion. If I had to pick one, what do you mean pick one? If you're talking about which one's more entertaining, it's Filion, not even close. If you're talking about, like, which one's a better looker, I don't know what Filion looks like, and I don't want to know what Filion looks like, to be perfectly honest. It's bad enough I know what Demi looks like. I didn't ask for this. I don't like knowing what VTubers look like, to be perfectly honest, right? Even if they are good looking. I didn't come here to see a flesh tuber. I came here to watch VTubers. Why do I have to see the flesh tubing version of the VTuber, right? No, man, don't even get me started, right? Don't even get me fucking started. Little Reaper Jr. says, that's how I feel about my character. It says more about them than it does me. Yeah. Keanu says, I'm the opposite. If someone makes fan art of my character, I'm like, gimme, let me see. That's fair, but it's like, oh, even if it's not safe for work. I mean, that's fair, but it's like, it kind of depends. It's like, if it's fan service, it's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. It's like, if we go to profile, for example, no, actually, no, not profile. It would be under, actually, it would be, I think, actually, it would be, is there a mentions in here? No, okay. Let's go to notifications, mentions, let's see. If we're talking about, like, something like, because, like, where the fuck is it? Like, this, I don't have any problems with, right? And this is, like, extremely flamboyant stuff, and I obviously don't agree with the drag or the trans or, like, the queer ideology, but it's like, obviously this is a joke, and even if it wasn't a joke, I would be like, I don't really care. But, like, again, this is obviously a shit post, and it's like, this is funny. This is actually really fucking funny, right? Like, another one that's like, yeah, it's like, don't necessarily agree with it, but it's just really fucking funny, especially at the time, was apparently, again, Zedra had, like, a full-on glam fucking drag outfit for my character. I'm like, damn, I slay, right? It's just, but it's fun. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like Bugs Bunny back in the day doing the fucking drag thing. And it's just intrinsically funny. I think Blastbox did that too. I don't even know how this started. There's a Blastbox posted this, and other people were like, oh yeah, I'll get on this train. And I'm like, as funny as it is, okay, fair enough, right? So I think none of this offends me, even though it's like I don't agree with that particular ideology, and everyone knows I don't agree with that particular ideology. Like, it's still funny, right? It's still really fucking funny. Anyway, did you just see it at Cosmic Plushie? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, this was from Nunya, where he did 8 and 9s. Let's see. He did Ben the Clanker, and he did the Bloop. The Bloop, and like all of these came out really well, to be perfectly honest, right? And then he did me. He got the characters wrong again. He doesn't have the vowel indicator in next to the bilabial marker, and he put a voiced sign in the where the high back vowel should be. But other than that, the rest of it's fine. It's just those two little symbols are wrong in the writing. But everyone gets the writing on the dress wrong, to be perfectly honest. It's nothing to really be all that concerned about. I would fucking buy this though, even though, like, again, the thing where the third eye should be is a gem, so that's objectively wrong. I'd fucking buy this. I'd be like, hot damn, man, I got my own plushie. Look out, Makeshift, here we come. Right? The AI community is about to come and give Makeshift a run for their fucking money. Right? This is so. Oh my god! Someone send these to Leaflet. You got to know that like makeshifts fucking run on the VTuber plushie market is absolutely over. It's time to open source and outsource, right? But yeah, I would actually buy a plushie like this. This is fucking like really good. Not entirely sure how they got the halo attached here. It's probably attached at the very back of the head, but still. Alright, so, sorry. Now that we have the context behind Demi being a bit of a fucking idiot, oh wait, no, hold on. There was that thing I was about to say, because I actually, hold on. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, it's like, Keen said, this is wild and unhinged from her. Because yeah, it is. This is like completely fucking disproportionate. Especially because, and it's public knowledge, so it's not me airing out any kind of dirty laundry, but it's like, if you go and look at like what Chibi was posting on YouTube when this all happened, right? When the ex cheated on him, which by the way, he dodged a fucking bullet because he was engaged to her, so it dodged a bullet there. But you know, he tried to kill himself after that. Right, he got hit really fucking hard. His entire world kind of just collapsed around him, and like you know, he actually tried to take himself out of the game. You know, he has a family history of that, so it is a thing that is more likely to happen for someone like him. Right, I say this as someone who's had, again, you know, some of that in my family. Right, you're just statistically more likely to happen again if that, you know, you have it in your family the first time. But, you know, I responded to, she does this kind of crash out from time to time. Normally she's decently chill, but she has her moments of unwarranted escalation that bite her in the ass. And, yeah, she acts like a lolcow on occasion, right? Demi is one of those people who's like, yeah, she's entertaining, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, she does have her outbursts of, like, you're an actual retard, to be perfectly honest. You see, Kenok says Techie has issues, but he'd have your back when push comes to shove. Exactly, right? Kevin Rudy says, for me personally, I don't care if someone does not safe for work images of me as long as I'm at least wearing boxers. No nudity, R34 stuff. I mean, that's fair. Like, again, I take a completely overseeing approach to it. It's like, look, man, I just don't want to see it, right? That's about it, right? Like, I just don't want to see it. Kinnock says, whoa, yeah, that right there. Kinnock says, you pull it off nicely. Thank you, right? Because I'm fabulous, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'll take one of each. Exactly, right? Makeshift better be afraid, because like as soon as we can figure out how to get these mass produced, the Skybro cinematic universe is just got like all the plushies you could imagine, man. If we could make these into like actual if we could actually make these into plushies, that is a fucking market. To a Tulsa Dorp, yes. Cabrity says, at least it didn't turn your letters into Japanese characters. That's fair. Yeah, I remember Gatai dramas. Yes, very adorable. And Cosmic Otaku got mom hips. Wait. What? Hold on. Are you talking about, like, which one are you talking about? Okay, yeah, definitely in that one. Yeah, definitely in that one. What about... I mean, this one's got hips, too. Right? It would be kind of hard to do, like, the waist here, just because of, like, the shape of the thing, but yeah. I would like someone to... I do find it interesting, again, that, like, people mess up the third eye thing. Oftentimes it replaces it with the gem, but I don't know why that is. Anyway, so, okay, back to catching up with chat. Keanu says, I kind of want it, even if it's judging everything in my room. Fair enough. Keanu says, personally, if I was to make my own, I'd leave out the characters on your dress completely. I mean, that's fair. Hello, Phantom Crustacean. Hello. Oh, I came in at the perfect time. Yes. The plushie, all hips, no tits. Oh my god. You're not wrong. Phantom Crustacean says, to be fair, your current model has some pretty prominent hips. I mean, it does, right? It also has a waist. And there is a bit of a bust. It's harder to notice, but there is a bit of a bust as well. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what Based Catnip has to say about this, because let's see if Based Catnip is based or cringe this time around, right? Capariti says Demi made a response post on Twitter. She got ripped apart so bad she locked the replies. Oh, Rudy, send me that if you can, because I would really like to see that. I could read that on stream. Holy shit.
Finally back for a little bit. You know, my work schedule is all over the place, but, you know, I'm here to cover some news.
I forgot I had this open for like a day.
Let me cover this tweet real quick. Let me read it all, and then I'll, you know, share some thoughts and stuff, right? So, I'm sure everyone's heard of Demi before. You know, she's a very big VTuber, very successful indie VTuber. But anyway, hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with not safe for work art of me. But why did you make your VTuber model look like that? Just cause I like sexy and hot things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. It's just a VTuber. Who do you think of when you see it? So, she's saying she doesn't like not safe for work art, right?
And again, this is the thing I was saying earlier, which is like, again, you can dislike not safe for work art, but the thing is like, when you're trying to make a distinction between, because there's more things that are not safe for work than pornography, right? Again, like the image we were talking about earlier, it's like, is that pornography? I wouldn't consider that pornography, but would I open that at work? Absolutely fucking not. It's not appropriate at the workplace, right? So send to your DM on Twitter. Okay, thank you. But it's like, yeah, it turns out it's, again, not everything that's not safe for work is pornography. There's a whole spectrum of things that are things that are not safe for work. So again, it's like a little bit more broad. None of these terms are clear, right? It's like there's the whole thing of like, again, what the fuck even is pornography by definition, right? But anyway, let's continue.
Even though her model is very hypersexualized with crazy jiggle physics and stuff. But, you know, setting a boundary like this isn't really, you know, it's like whatever, right? It's okay to set boundaries. But then she replies and kind of contradicts herself right away. I just feel like there's so many other content creators who'd love to have artists draw them in that way, and it's wasted effort towards me. But I'd like to make this clear. I'm completely okay with sexy stuff. Because I like hot women. I just don't like porn. So, she thinks that not...
But again, a lot of that stuff that you're saying, it's like, yeah, there's levels. Like, there's a difference between ecchi and hentai, right? But even then, you could find edge cases on those, where it's like, well, some people will define that particular manga as ecchi and others hentai. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's like right on the edge. It's hard to define the boundary. That's my entire point, right? And also, it's like, if it's not safe for work in the first place, let's be perfectly honest. You're talking about, like, again, it's like you're leveraging the same exact impulse, right? Like, again, sexual attraction in this case is exactly what you're talking about. But again, it's like the whole thing was like, oh yeah, it's okay to tease, but it's not okay to tease that much, right? Again, but it's like, we can't read your mind. No one can actually tell where you draw the line, because everyone is going to draw the line in a different place, right? With what they like accept. And again, it's like it's not really clear where to draw the line. So it's like, I would just say, again, if you don't really care about this stuff, just again block certain words, right? Or make actually one way that they used to do this with like certain HoloLive characters is they would actually have like 2 different art hashtags. One for the safer work stuff, one for the not safe for work stuff. That way, if you didn't like the not safe for work stuff, you could block the non safe for work tag and it wouldn't show up on your feed. Right? There are actual things to, you know, there are actual advantages to just actually like thinking about some of this stuff through instead of reacting emotionally. Cap 30 says, I once saw a necktie with chickens on it. It was a hentai. That's funny. That begs the question, are the thirst traps considered SFW or NSFW? Thirst trapping is probably NSFW. Like, if you wouldn't open it up in front of your boss, it's probably NSFW. Fushizi said, this is why I don't say I don't care what people think. I just straight up show with my behavior that I don't care. Yeah, again, this is one of those things where it's like, if you have to tell people it, oftentimes it's not the case, right? I mean, you can tell someone you don't really care what they think, and then, like, they try to engage with you, and you just show that you don't care by just disengaging with them, right? Just hit the mute button and leave them alone. Don't even give them the satisfaction of, like, giving a block, right?
Not safe for work is just straight up porn. But in reality, not safe for work is literally anything that is suggestive, right? So
Yeah.
her model alone would be not safe for work. You know, a lot of these people on Twitter are kind of unemployed and they forgot the meaning of.
Holy fuck! You know what? She's not wrong. She is absolutely not wrong. Oh my god. Yes. That depends on the boss, though. Not all bosses are created equal. You know what? That's entirely fair, right? Okay, if you wouldn't open it up in a professional setting, how about that, right? Let's be fair. Not all bosses are professional either, right? But yeah, she is also right. Some of these people have actually literally never worked an actual day in their life. That is true. So they wouldn't know what is appropriate for a work condition, you know, for work, and what's not appropriate for work. Some of these people have worked real jobs, but, you know, it's been a while, and, you know, they're so used to doing other things since they don't have to work anymore. They're basically employed by doing this, or they refuse to find employment, that, again, they just don't really care. So they don't really think about what it means to be literally safe for work, right?
That not safe for work means not safe to view at a workplace.
Exactly. Oh my god. This should be pretty obvious, right? That doesn't narrow it down much. I will open anything anywhere. I don't care statement. I don't care statement, right? Look at Cotton. She's the lewd tuber that everyone thinks Ember Paradox is. Don't remind me.
So, like, you know, if you're at an office or something, you can't have this up on your computer. You're gonna get in trouble. Like, you can't even have her VTuber model up on your computer. You will probably get in trouble because her model is so sexualized, right? So you're probably wondering, why is this blowing up on Twitter, right? She's just setting a boundary. So this is blowing up because people are pointing out the hypocrisies of Demi, right?
Yeah, again, fucking Rock Solid brought this up. Yeah, fair enough. Feels uncomfortable with NSFW art of herself, reposts NSFW art. What? And that's why apparently she had to define, like, again, I'm talking about porn, not NSFW, but it's like, my brother in Christ. The boundary between these two is not exactly solid. Right? Again, there's not really a hard set definition of what pornography is. The edge cases here are kind of fuzzy, right? That's the perfect comparison. I mean, she's not wrong.
So as you can see, feels uncomfortable with not safe for work art of herself. Repost not safe for work art. So she actually retweets a lot of not safe for work art of her model all the time. But then she's sitting here saying she's uncomfortable with it at the same time. So a lot of people are pointing out the hypocrisies of this stuff, right?
Oh, you're not wrong there, Captain Rudy. Someone called Rock Solid reacting to not safe for work content is just too funny of a coincidence to ignore. Yeah, that it is a divine synchronicity, right? Fushigi says, my brother in Christ, porn is a fucking subset of not safe for work that doesn't help my... Exactly. That's my point. Right? There's other not safe for work stuff there. It's like, again, hentai and ecchi are not the same thing, but again, even in this case, the boundary between one and the other is really fucking vague. Twitter women win. Yes, Twitter women win.
And, you know, she's also done face reveals, which, you know, I know some people don't like it. You know, I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me, but I know some people care about it, so...
I do. I don't want... Oh my god. I'm tired of people forsaking anonymity on the line. I'm tired of people pretending like anonymity doesn't mean anything anymore. Please, for the love of God, stop showing your goddamn face online, right? Everyone complains about the AI, but then you literally participate in the 10-year challenge. It's like, oh yeah, here's a picture of me from 10 years ago. Here's a picture of me now. Motherfucker, you are training the AI you hate. Oh, it's also tiresome. It's also tiresome. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they're selling my data online to people, and I'm not getting anything from it. It's like, yeah, because you're giving them it all for free. Okay, never mind. I gotta call down from that random scathing red herring, right? It's two circles, but there's a lot of overlap. Yeah. Kenox says the difference are thinner than an anorexic teenager. This is like saying it's not peanut butter, it's crunchy.
You know, to each their own. And, you know, I like this tweet right here. Get yourself a sexualized model with massive jiggly tits and a fat A, with the entire point being attracting an audience of lonely, sex-deprived men.
I find it really funny that she had no problem saying tits, but she has an issue saying ass.
Which, you know, we see this all the time. A lot of these VTubers love to appeal to that audience. And, at the same time, they also hate men all the time. Not her, not Demi specifically, I'm talking about a specific VTuber. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we all know. But anyway, funny enough, yeah, I don't think Demi actually hates men. I just think she's being a woman at the moment, to be perfectly honest. Not in the positive way you can be a woman, but like the negative way you could be a woman, right? Like you can be a man in the positive way, but you can also be a man in a negative way, right? You can be a man, you can be a woman in a positive way with all the, the leveraging the strengths of woman, but you can also be a woman in a negative way and like all the weaknesses that come along with it, right? Yeah, she's just having a woman moment, to be perfectly honest, and she has a good point there, right? It's like, yes, I don't like sexualized material of me, but then you get a model that's like very clearly built for sex appeal. Yeah, again, there's no logic here. It's just feelings and yeah, the fucking coffee cup, right? Let's see. Hearing Catnip saying massive jiggly tits was not on my bingo card, right? Oh, of course she's done a face reveal. Just keep checking off the list of things Twitter women, yeah, right. Let's see. Not sure whose voice is more soothing, Catnip or Cinevere. Cinevere really does have a really nice voice. You know what's funny? I prefer base Catnip model over the overly sexualized models. Honestly, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the sexy models are nice, and I don't really mind them. But at the same time, it's like, I like the cute models. Oh my god, hold on. I'll have to bring this up, because I haven't gotten the chance to watch them in a while. But, since we're talking about, like, again, like, you don't have to be sexy to actually have a really good model. Let me pull up some examples. Now, granted, both of these people hate AI. So, again, you can't win them all, right? But we're talking about, like, people that have AI, again, models that are, of course, the fucking, like, occasional sexy time actually fucking pops up. But it's like, I really like Honey Goblin's models, right? These are really pretty. And yeah, sure, you got the fucking low cut here, right? But, yeah, like, her model isn't, like, overtly sexual, right? It's primarily cute. There is a little bit of sex appeal in there. But again, it's like cuteness is the thing you're going for, right? And oh my god, is Honey Goblin like one of the cutest like designs I've seen in a very long time. Like my god, man, right? Just look at this. Absolutely adorable. And she's a rigger too, so it's like yeah. What's another one? Another one that has a really good model that's not necessarily aimed at sexy. Yeah, Lily Hops. Lily Hops has a really, really good model. And guess what? Her whole thing is she's an emoto streamer. So she's not going for sex appeal at all, right? But again, just really cute, very engaging content, right? And yeah, I fucking love this design, to be perfectly honest. It's just really cute. And honestly, Lily Hops is a really entertaining person to watch. So if you get the option, I would suggest watching Lily Hops. It turns out that, yeah, they're just really cute. Lily Fernwild has a cute character. Yeah, that's another good example. Let's pull that up. Right? Hold on. We got Lily Fernwild here. Again, she's basically a hobbit, right? So it's like, yeah. Who's another one? Since I, had one of her videos to react to, Elodyne is another person who has a really cute model. And it's not based on sex appeal. I mean, yeah, again, a little bit of a low cut here with cleavage, but that's not the thing you see. The thing you mostly see is, again, the face, the hair, the flowers, the accessories. Again, it turns out cuteness is actually a really, really good strategy. Appealing to the horny is also a really good strategy, as you can see with like the Demi model and a couple of other people. But yeah, just like a cute model like based Catnip is also something that can get you a lot of viewers, right? There goes the goblin example. I gave 2 goblin examples, right? Hey, I gave 2 goblin examples. It's worse than you can imagine, right? Let's see, Catnip is pure. Yeah, okay, we already talked about that part. There is just an aesthetic to the model itself I find very appealing, not being overly sexualized. Yeah, there's a modesty to it, right? Because it's not overtly sexual, you can also emphasize things like beauty and like cuteness in it too. Let's see. Kevin Rudy says, I don't goon to women who I don't know what they look like IRL, but damn if Cinevere doesn't make me feel some type of way when I hear her talk. Calm down there, buddy. Calm down. Kenok says, oh, there goes the goblin. Oh, you already said that part. Kevin Rudy says, of course, Cosmic is looking up goblin waifus. Oh, you have no idea. Fushizi says, oh, Honey Goblin is kind of adorable. Oh, yeah, she is. Yeah, it doesn't have to have the boob slider to yes. Yeah, she has a modest bust, but again, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Phantom Crustacean says, at this point, anybody anti-AI, specifically anti-AI, not against it, are either idiots or incredibly insecure that their art isn't good enough. So, Honey Goblin is very specifically in the camp where she doesn't actually understand how the AI works, but she thinks she understands it. She's caught in the Gunning-Kruger effect. And I know this because I've literally heard her talk about the AI, and it's like, okay, you're not being malicious, but you don't know what you're talking about, and you're caught in that area where you know a little bit, and so therefore you think you know what you're talking about, but you actually don't. And this is more common than people think. Samako Saba is a cute cat girl in a swimsuit with adorable moving ears. Yeah. You know, another one that was cute that everyone loved? Hold on. Since we're already here, right? And we could just point this out. I can't help but notice, like, again, Pikami was a very cute model, and she didn't have to rely on sex appeal to be really popular. She was just, well, again, her model is really cute, and so it just worked, right? So again, oh yeah, and there's Tomoshika. I felt really bad for Tomoshika when, like, Pikami was let go, because those two seem to be, like, actually good friends, and from what I understand, they actually still talk to each other. So that's good to know. But, yeah, there's another one right there. Let's see. There's no Podkin. God damn it. Catherine Rudy is a real one. Podkin is who I need to make baby Cosmic. God damn it. Nikhil says, I'm trying to design my avatar with a butterfly top, but it's harder than it looks to make it look good. Honestly, I could see that. Henya is cute, too. Yeah, she is. She is, but she definitely leans more into the... lolly aesthetic with the... Hold on. It's a little... It's not full-on ecchi, but it's a little ecchi. Hold on. Henya the genius. And we all know what she's doing. We can literally look at her character design. We all know what she's doing. Right? Let me see if I can find her original model. Or this one right here. Let's pull this. Okay, this is not the one that I'm looking for, actually. But you know what I'm talking about, right? With, like, the fucking inter-boob window that she has in her outfit. It's probably in this one I'm going to be able to find it. Yeah, like right here. Like right here. There's a literal fucking boob window and what's effectively a bra right here. Like, let's be fair. We all know what she's doing, right? I'm not saying that I disapprove, right? I do like the model design, but let's not kid ourselves here. We all know what she's doing. Let's see. Oh no, it's Honey Goblin, one of those idiots that goes, the AI contains all the stolen art. Yeah, she is. She is a good artist herself, and I would suggest that if you do want to learn how to do traditional art, she's actually a pretty good, like, resource to get really good, actually usable advice. But yeah, I would suggest just tuning her out if she's actually talking about, like, AI art per se. Kevin Rudy says, remember the baby Cosmic I made a few weeks ago? She's who I used. God damn it. Half Cosmic, half Goblin. I could never like the Pikami model. I mean, that's fair. To each his own. It was very abstracted. That is a fair point, right?
But, you know, we see it all the time. You know, they say they hate men all the time, but their entire career relies on those men they apparently hate. I hate seeing that. But anyway, get angry when said audience draws not safe for work art if you're obviously...
Actually, hold on. Now, I'll pull it up later. Another leftist example. This is a leftist, though. But another example of someone who has a really cute model. This one right here. Again, really cute model. More of like a delinquent thing going on here. But, again... leftist, very much so. Not malicious from what I can tell, but a lot of it is also she's kind of audience captured. So even if she did disagree with some of the stuff her audience believes in, like let's say she changed her mind on AI, right? I genuinely don't think she could change her mind on AI without losing a significant portion of her audience. This is kind of the issue with being audience captured, right? So yeah, again, you don't necessarily have to go for sex appeal in order to actually work. You can leverage cuteness and actually work.
Sexualized model. You know, you're kind of just shooting yourself in the foot complaining about that, right? I don't know how you can complain about it when your entire model is sexualized, and I'm pretty sure herself is pretty... She makes a lot of sexualized jokes, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure she does.
Yeah, but people aren't calling Ember a lewd tuber because of her model. People are calling her a lewd tuber because of the shit she pulls. Let's be perfectly fair. And Fushizi, I mean, that's a fair point, right? If you don't want to learn traditional art, that's fine, right? Not everyone has to. That's kind of like one of the advantages of AI art. But I would suggest to anyone who wants to get better at AI art to also like do traditional art, because it can actually help you learn the things that can actually help you with the AI, right? That seems to be really common, where people who are traditional artists are able to do a lot of things with the AI that people who aren't trained in traditional art seem to struggle with. So it's just one of those things where it's like the skill sets actually complement each other. But yes, if you don't want to learn AI, or you don't have the time, I mean not AI, but like drawing, and you don't have the time to do it, that's fine. But like learning how to draw on your own isn't actually as hard as people think, right? PewDiePie actually learned how to do it in a year. It's actually not nearly as magical or hard as people think it is. But at the same time, it's not like as valuable as the artists also want you to think it is, right? There's that middle ground of like, yeah, I mean, technically most people could if they want to, but there's not really a reason for everyone to learn it in the first place, right? So my thing is like, I think everyone who can should learn how to draw, but also learn how to prompt. I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. Fushizi says, let's be clear, Ember is a lewd tuber because of what she says, not because of the traditional reason. Yeah, that's my exact point.
And by the way, this is the full art of the...
Yeah, that would be a little awkward if I opened this up in work, for example, and my boss is behind me.
I'm pretty sure I can show this on YouTube. But if I can't, you know, oh well, I guess I'll get...
Like, oh well, I'm gonna play a Russian roulette game, right? But no, you should be able to probably show this on stream.
A strike or something.
And like like video on YouTube.
I don't know. But anyway, this is what... I know you were retarded, but holy shit, dude. So this guy thinks this is not safe for work art. So clearly he's unemployed. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you cannot have this open in a workplace. This is not safe for work. People are so brain rotted and unemployed on Twitter.
Yeah.
People do not understand that this type of art is not safe for work.
Yeah, it's like that's not porn, but again, it's like what exactly are we leveraging here? Like let's be perfectly honest, right? Like, are we really saying that it's like beauty is the primary thing that we're leveraging in this piece? Are we really saying are you really saying that? Are you really saying it's cuteness that's the thing that's being leveraged here as the primary draw for this piece? Are we? Because it's like, let's be fair, the harmony of proportions is not necessarily the thing that's being emphasized in this particular image. Let's be fair. What are the things that are being emphasized in this video, right? It's not the flag of the Philippines, which is behind her. No, literally the thing in the foreground, literally taking away from the flag of the Philippines, is, again, huge size. Like, let's be fair, birthing hips and massive titties. Let's be perfectly honest here. Like, they're very highly, like, focusing on secondary sexual characteristics, which are very clearly outlined, right? And, like, very clearly, again, fertility signifiers. We all know exactly what part of, like, again, the whole cuteness, sexiness, and, what would you say, beauty triangle that they're heavily leaning into. So, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining kind of deal. Okay. Fushizi says 3 stars and a sun. calling attention to them. Now, where are they placed? Yeah, exactly. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, obviously, it's like fucking where are they placed? You got 3 stars, like literally like pasties, basically, right? Like right on the nips and the breasts, right? And then the 3rd star, I didn't even fucking notice this because I wasn't actually thinking about it. It was like right on the vagine, as like the fucking Indians would say, right? You're thick with 3 C's, right? So it's like literally our fucking attention is being drawn to titties, and again, like the fucking. I mean, the fucking again groin, the inguinal area, right? So yeah, again, that's like absolutely fuck off with this. We know that this is extremely this is being sexual, right? Just I didn't even catch that. Thank you for pointing that out, Fushizi.
And actually, the main reason I'm covering this is because of this tweet right here. So Chibi Reviews, quote tweeted it, saying this level of virtual signaling has me stomlocked. Look at the repost, and it's the same repost.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to complain that you're making this, right? It's like, again, it's like, I'm a big freedom of expression person, right? I think art is in the middle ground between fucking religion, philosophy, and speech, right? Again, I've gone off on what art specifically is and how it functions beforehand, right? I'm a big proponent of, like, again, like, against censorship of the arts. And so it's like, I'm not going to complain that this exists, but it's like, to pretend as if they did that, like, again, you're not trying to like, very heavily leverage the sex appeal of the character model, and you would be completely fucking disingenuous if you were going to try to literally tell me that. Like, you're not going to gaslight me on this thing. I can see it with my own fucking eyes, right? I have the freedom to express these nuts, right? Fair enough.
That's what we're just looking at. And Demi actually replied to Chibi Reviews here, and it is disgusting what she said, so get ready. Wait, OMG, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on you and your whole friend group sided with her? LMFAO. So she is now personally attacking Chibi Reviews with a very traumatizing event that happened to him.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. I would suggest anyone who's curious in the situation just watch the Chibi Reviews video. I don't think I reacted to that one. I reacted to other Chibi Review videos. I don't know if I reacted to that one. I don't think I did. But it was pretty bad. It was pretty fucking rough for the guy.
Because he challenged her hypocrisy in calling her a virtual signaler, which she kind of is right now.
Yeah.
So she thinks this type of reply is appropriate. This personal attack is appropriate for this. This is absolutely unhinged behavior from Demi. This isn't some V-tweeter. I could expect this from some V-tweeter, right? This is an established VTuber with like 200,000 followers.
Okay, let's pause this here, because while Demi on stream is usually actually fairly, again, decent, right? Is usually not getting into all kinds of trouble. Just because you're not necessarily getting into all kinds of trouble on stream doesn't necessarily mean you're not like this as like factually speaking, right? I mean, we saw what happened with the fucking Cinder document and how many people got exposed for being like legitimate mean girls and like really, really mean girls because of the Cinder document, right? And you actually go through and you read the 1,000 pages and you actually pay attention to the timestamps and how the other girls actually like manipulated the timeline and told the story out of order in order to push a particular narrative. And then again, you pay attention to what was omitted from their side and what was actually confessed to make the, and make the, again, person who wrote the 1,000-page document look bad, but that's how you know they're being honest. So they're actually giving you things you'd have to actually, again, be honest about, because you wouldn't fucking make it up, because it'd make you look really bad. There's a lot more of these people who are these mean girls behind the scenes, and yeah, I've got the feeling that Demi is probably one of these people. That being said, normally speaking on stream, not this bad, but she does have her moments of like legitimate retardation. I've seen her crash out for some really stupid reasons, and sometimes she's definitely in the wrong. Fuck it, we ball. God damn it.
Right? Why is she doing this? I've lost so much respect for her from this reply alone. And of course, her tweet's getting a lot of likes because a lot of people don't like Chibi Reviews. And, I always say this about Chibi Reviews. I know not a lot of people like him. But even if you don't like him, supporting this type of behavior and like bringing this type of event up to personally attack him over stuff online is just insane work.
Okay, so it's just not really insane. This is actually kind of tame for Chibi reviews. So the background context to anyone who doesn't know about like how bad the haters for Chibi reviews are, right? So Chibi Reviews lost his DeviantArt account because his account got hacked into by an auntie who then flooded his DeviantArt account with actual child sexual abuse material. And the FBI did actually investigate the situation. Chibi was not arrested because it actually turns out he did not do it. He actually was innocent in that particular thing. And this is a thing I have reported on beforehand. I actually have a video talking about other times when the left have again tried to hack accounts and then frame people for possession of child pornography. It's a thing that has happened before. It's a thing that's probably going to happen in the future. Another thing is, like, again, a lot of these people, again, they doxed, these people doxed Chibi's, brother's grave. His brother committed suicide, and you know what they did? They went and desecrated his grave. So, again, it's like these people will attack your dead relatives in order to get at you, and he's not the only example of that. He had an issue with this with Eric July, where people talking about, again, doxing the grave of his, I think it was his grandfather, and going to desecrate that grave, right? I don't know if they did, but they did actually go and piss on the grave of, Chibi's brother. What else is there? It goes on and on and on. They swatted him twice. And let's be fair, swatting someone is attempted murder. You're hoping that, again, like, they'll do something to get themselves killed by, police officer. It's an attempt by murder by proxy. Yeah. So, the people who actually objectively hate Chibi reviews are oftentimes pretty vile and disgusting people. And what's that thing is, like, judge a man by his enemies. And if I have to judge Chibi reviews by his enemies, it's like, you know what? I think we're gonna stand by Chibi reviews because the people who hate you seem to be like the most vile kind of people I would never want to associate with. Hold on. Had to switch over because YouTube hates words. I mean, that's fair. Welcome back to the dark side. Can I send you what I was going for? She's a prototype, but it's an idea of what I'm going for. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Welcome in, Pushizi. Demi on stream is less lewd, but still a menace. Yeah, obviously, right? Demi crashing out is always entertaining. It kind of depends. Sometimes her crash outs make her look really bad. Not as entertaining as watching Hassan crash out. Well, I mean, it's kind of like watching a monkey swallow a hand grenade. You can't bear to watch, but you can't look away, right? Hassan crash outs are always the same thing. The Jews, Palestine, Israel, violence. It's become predictable, but Demi, you have no fucking clue where she's going. Yeah, Demi is more entertaining to watch crash out. I'm not gonna lie. Phantom Crustacean says, just a heads up, Demi copy strikes anybody that talks negatively about her, so just be prepared just in case. Yeah, you know what? I'll actually just, like, call her out on Twitter, right? I have no fucking clue. Not clue. I have no fucking concern with that. If she copy strikes me, I'll just, like, fucking blast her on Twitter. Let's see. Chibi seems to get way more hate for no... Oh, and by the way, it'll be backed up on Odyssey anyway. So I'll have it on Odyssey and Rumble. And I'm like, oh, by the way, if you want to see me roast her, go to my fucking videos on Rumble and Odyssey, right? Let's see. Pushizi says, it was better than the usual Hassan crash outs. Yeah, I guess. Hassan versus Shu was great. Oh, that was great. I mean, why else would I have given the monkey a grenade? If that's fair. Demi can strike these nuts. Yeah, basically, right?
Like, you don't have to agree with the dude at all. I know a lot of people don't agree with all the stuff he thinks, and, that's completely okay. But bringing this type of stuff up over, a not safe for work art of your model is absolutely insane. I can't think of any other words, but this is just so unhinged. I know I've said that before, but this is crazy. And, Chibi Reviews replies with, so you avoid answering your retweet not safe for work of your avatar despite being upset about it in your posts. Then you cheer on cheating. Which, fun fact about Demi. Actually now, I'm not gonna cover in this video, but there's some with her ex that's crazy. I'm not gonna cover her past either. I'm not gonna stoop to her level that she did with Chibi Reviews. I'm high.
I don't really care. Like, the thing, it's not exactly secret, but let's just say Demi seems to be the stereotype of women not being able to pick men who are actually good. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. She seems to have a type, and the type is the type that is not particularly someone you would want your daughter to, like, you know, date or marry. Let's just say that, right? Let's just say Demi's choice in men seems to actually be a really strong point of, you know, proof for arranged marriages, right?
I'm not gonna go down to her level, you know? And, you know, I just want to show a few more pieces of art she's reposted in a pretty, this is an actual, you know, post of her actual body. But anyway, you know, I hear VTubers just getting, you know, getting back shots here, right? And she's reposting this stuff all the time.
VTubers just getting back shots here. God damn. Yeah, fair enough.
But then, you know, she doesn't want to see Nazi for Rick art, but
VTards. Fucking hell, mate. I'm gonna have to go and give Shiro a like, because that's just actually really funny. But yeah, don't be a hypocrite. And yeah, this happens every fucking time, right? How many times it's like when likes were public, was there someone crashing out online on Twitter, being like, "Oh, Lolicon is evil," and then it turns out they have Lolicon in their fucking like actual like sections, right? They're like, "Oh, interesting," right? How many fucking times does it turn out it's like, "Ah, yeah, X, Y, or Z is evil," and then they have it in their fucking likes. It's like your likes are public. That's why back in the day it's like your likes are public, dude. Likes should be public again, right? That's all I gotta say. Likes should be public again. And it would be really funny if likes were public again, because then people would see my likes and they'd be like, "Oh, that's kind of strange. That's kind of weird." And it's like, that's not exactly what we expected from the cosmic otaku like section, right? There's a lot of AI art in here and a lot of drawn art, and it's like, oh my god, what in the world is this? That's very cute. What is the thing with you and cute things? And it's like, oh my god, it's kind of unsettling. Why are you looking at that? It's because I come from the culture of lively, you bastards, right? Oh, anyway.
then repost all the stuff. It's just really hypocritical. And also, I saw one more delusional dude I wanted to cover really quick. I mean, look at this tweet right here, right? You attacked her for setting boundaries and she fought back. She did not fight back. She just straight up brought up a personal attack on Chibi reviews in
Yeah, fighting back would be, again, would be actually arguing your point. Nothing she said had anything to do with the point of contention that Chibi Reviews brought up. I hate that. Again, we live in a society just like inundated with retards, right? Because it's like, again, if you're talking about a boundary issue and then someone criticizes your boundary, you can explain why you have that particular boundary, or you can, again, reinforce that like this is the boundary and this is not negotiable, right? But going and attacking someone for a completely off-topic reason is not just it is not fighting back, to be perfectly honest. You're picking an entirely different fight, and if you don't understand that, that tells me the caliber of person I'm dealing with, right? Hold on. Fushizi says definitely a skill issue on their part. That was reading. Fushizi says Demi's choice of men are guys I would buy my drugs from when I was younger. I mean, you're not wrong. Captain Rudy says I once saw a reel on Instagram where someone asked a Twin Peaks waitress, which of your coworkers would you not want your son to date? That is fucking funny. Holy shit. Fushizi says, as my likes go public, people are not ready for the slurs I've liked, right? This person is legitimately just proving Chibi's point. Score another one for Chibi. Yeah, again, judge a man by his enemies, right?
ignored the actual thing Chibi was bringing up about her being a hypocrite, right? That's not.
And by the way, the whole thing about like again, like this person is legitimately proving Chibi's point. Fushizi, just look at that again. That one easy Gintama fanboy, Uma Musume brain. Fucking like right there, you're proving his point. Fucking Damien again is like, or Damien here, pointing out hypocrisy is attacking them. How retarded can you be? Like an evil fox attacking someone is pointing out hypocrisy, right? Again, it's like these people are retarded. These people legitimately think that like you pointing out they're being inconsistent is an attack on them. These people are soft beyond measure.
Not fighting back. That's just being an awful human being.
Oh yeah.
I don't see the issue. Like, just say you're softer than baby shit. You're still a cuck, and your brother is 6 feet under, and you're ugly. Cry me a river.
Again, this is the kind of person that, again, is Chibi's fucking enemy. You're still a cuck, referring to, again, his fiance cheating on him. Your brother is 6 feet under, and you're ugly as fuck. Cry me a river. These are the people who say they're the good guys. Right? These are the people who say that they're the good guys. This is why democracy is a false god. Let's see. Fushigi says, if I get judged by my enemies, I'm fucked. They're all dumber than baby shit.
These are the people that hate chibi reviews, and a lot of people like me, right? They hate all of us on Twitter.
Yep.
These people think this is okay to attack.
The thing is like, again, yeah, that's true, but also there's a certain point at which you have to remember, like, the respect from a person who doesn't warrant respect themselves is absolutely meaningless, right? It's like, that's not to say that no one's opinions and no one's point of view matters outside of you. No, they absolutely do. But the point of the thing is, like, the magnanimous soul cares about the magnanimous soul, right? The higher man does not care for the opinions of the morally inferior man, to be perfectly honest, right? The sage does not concern himself with the ignorant, with the spiritually deluded, right? This is all just very simple stuff. If a person themselves is not respectable, their respect for you is completely immaterial because they don't have respect for themselves, right? It's just really simple. Kenok says, I love when they made lists a few years back. My follow list exploded. Oh, exactly, right? Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta go and, like, actually follow all the chuds on the chud list. I actually forgot to do that because I was so mad that I'm still not on the chud list. I literally stream every week. And I'm still not on that fucking chud list. Anyway. They put me on the fucking Lolicon defender list because I have defended Lolicon before. They put me on the they put me on the fucking these people use AI list because obviously I use AI and, like, I doubled down when I was called out on it, right? But they won't put me on the chud list. And I'm so frustrated about this. There's the one list I actually wanted to be on. Oh my god. Anyway.
You with this type of stuff over.
Hold on. Fushizi says another point about respect. You don't just come into my space and demand respect. That's how you get your ass beat. Yeah, that's fair. At this point, they're just not putting you on the chud list out of spite. Yeah, I gather. That's fair. You even did a test. Yeah, I even did a test, and I got put as, like, very chud, but I don't necessarily act very chud. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually a pretty, like, again, harmonious fellow, right? I'm actually pretty harmonious despite my, extreme beliefs. I'm like, look, man, I don't want to necessarily fight anyone, right? I'd rather just be able to get along with someone. But, I still have my beliefs.
An opinion online. They think personal attacks is okay all the time, just for disagreeing with them. These people are so delusional and are dangerous to society, honestly.
I don't know if it's a delusion. I think a lot of these people are objectively evil. That's an entirely different thing, right? Because, and I know people don't like to hear this, but yes, it actually turns out that your moral culpability is actually defined by your ability to assess the world around you. And if you are going to disagree with that statement, you have to operate under the assumption that morality is fundamentally irrational because it's not rooted in the reason of men's mind. And that makes the entire moral landscape completely unnavigable because it's all based on feelings and irrational propositions. Whereas if morality is rooted in the mind of man, which, by the way, the life of man is rooted in the mind of man because all of the things that keep us alive are rooted in our reason, by the way, our ability to make simple technologies such as, again, hand axes out of stones, spears, using fire to harden, spear tips, all that stuff, even in the ancient days, that was all based on human reason. So the rejection of the rationalist position is a rejection of the life of man, because it's a rejection of the very faculty that not only keeps man alive, it's also a rejection of the faculty that makes man unique, and a rejection of the faculty that allows man to pursue his own ends and his own, happiness. So yeah, I have a lot of feelings about the whole idea of, like, again, a rationalist ethic.
Insane. But that's about it for the video, guys. My final thoughts is that Demi went way too far replying
she
to
did.
chibi reviews with that unhinged reply. She's a complete hypocrite when it comes to this stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Once again, I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I'm hoping I can make some more videos again, but my schedule is all over the place, so there's no promises. But I love you guys for still supporting me in my absence all the time. I know I take breaks here and there, and I'm happy you guys are still around to watch my stuff. I love all of you, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was a good video. I mostly agree with their. They didn't really say anything out of pocket or anything like that, so there's that. That was only like 8. That was only like 8 minutes, and we probably spent an hour on it, to be perfectly honest. Excuse me. So there's that. But yeah, I mostly agree with Based Catnip on this thing, and I just realized Based Catnip is still not using a picture of their model. Oh, I just noticed that. Oh my god. Let's see. Fushizi says, "What a surprise! We on the right, despite our beliefs, can exist without killing each other. It's everything they hate." Yeah, right. Real diversity, the ability to actually tolerate people you don't particularly like. Right. Even if we don't like each other, we can still not kill each other. It's actually that simple, right? Let's see. Hey Fushizi, what do you call a? I see what you did there. You're not getting me this time, right? I'm not catching that Twitch ban, right? Let's see. One has gotten... God damn it. Oh, my God. Alright, so that's the end of this episode. Y'all have fun, and I'll see you in the next episode. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I see what you're doing there. Right. I kind of figured that, like, okay, so let's see what else we have here. Oh, by the way, the newest song is out. And this is going to be an interesting... Hold on, I should actually probably record this, because this will be a funny video. Alright, so the new song is out. So you think this is gonna work when people eventually call me a Nazi for having even remotely right-wing takes, and then I just point them to this and be like, if I'm a Nazi, why did I write a 15-minute screed calling Nazi ideology fake, gay, pagan nonsense, right? Probably not. But 15 minutes of me getting to dunk on National Socialism for being a literally pagan project has been fun. But, it's not the first time I've done that. It's not particularly unique. Also did that, for example, against, let's see, I did that against the cartel ideology. This one's Mother of Murder. Again, it's about the whole junta philosophy and cartelism that I think is absolutely not Gnostic. I think it's explicitly satanic. There's a reason why there's a lot of pagans out there who won't touch the cult of Santa Muerte, because it's actually worse than paganism. What else is there? I mean, not everything's a long screed. This is like a 4-minute, just shit post, again, for people like Smugglana. But a 12-minute screed against the, again, LGBT plus QIA, ideology. I tried to tag it to get me some more results, hashtag Pride Month, MMIWG2S, LGBTQIA, but that one didn't exactly work, right? I didn't exactly get the boost I was hoping for. I even gave it a funny, again, fake cover that's more gay friendly, as a bait and switch, and that didn't exactly help me. I did one against Islam. I did one against communism, although those were shorter because I was just testing out the idea. I'll probably make like a 10-minute version of this and a 10-minute version of that. But so yeah, it's not like I'm just again. I'm attacking everyone that I think is cringe and gay. But, so yeah, anytime in the future, if someone eventually calls me a Nazi, which is eventually going to happen, because these retards don't actually read anything, and they don't care what a Nazi is, they just call you it as a spell so they can justify hurting you. I can at least point to this and be like, why did I write a 15-minute screed calling this stuff fake and gay with citations? But, yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to point that out. So it's like, if you need a particularly aggressive song, right? This one is very, very aggressive. Yeah, so check out my music, right? I just wanted to say that. That's a quick video. All right, then. Son of a bitch. You're right. Hold on. I'm going to have to put that video in the... Hold on. All right, so it turns out I may have ended one of my episodes prematurely, and I might have to stitch this together in Premiere in post, which is that's gonna be a little annoying. Okay, so where is it? Captain Rudy pointed out. Did you see that thing? That post I sent you? I did. I just forgot to put it in the video. God damn it! Right? Right. Hold on. Okay. Okay, if I can actually get this fucking thing to actually show. Here we go. This is probably the button I was actually looking for. Yep. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Captain Rudy, for pointing out that I actually straight up missed this thing that you sent me during the stream. That would have been actually really embarrassing to have like gone the entire time and not fucking realize that I had missed it, right? So, yeah, here we go. Keen says, Lamau locked replies. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head. No, the problem is that the first thing you thought of proves you're a terrible person. I'm not sorry, again, I'm not sorry for what I said, to be honest, especially that it was towards him. We know, but thanks for further confirming you're trash. You're, like, quadrupling down at this point. It would almost be respectable if it wasn't quadrupling down on being a terrible human being. All right. So yeah, it annoyed me when all the blue badges came crawling in. You're a blue badge. What is this even about? My bad to my community for getting into drama again. I know I'm not losing anything valuable when it's this type of crowd. People who already didn't know what you were get to experience it. So your pathetic crash out isn't a complete loss. Thank you. This motherfucker locked replies. I fucking love this image. Oh my god. Oh, it's even funnier. It's fucking Goku on the ground. Oh my god, this is literally the scene with the Ozaru. There's just so many fucking layers to this. But oh my god, yeah, you know, it makes sense that it's the fucking Dragon Ball, because how many times is it the fucking Dragon Ball like reaction face of the Dragon Ball fucking profile pic every goddamn time, right? So let's see what got replied. I mean, let's see what got locked, because this is probably gonna be fun and worth commenting on, right? Hold on. Before we continue this, let me, oh my god, this is gonna be a fucking thread. There's two of them. This is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them, right? Okay, hold on. Let me catch up with chat for a moment. Let's see. Okay. Fushigi says cosmic, they won't understand it. I won't understand it. I mean, that's... Possibly. It's only the first part that they won't understand. The part with like the quote, although to be fair for that song, the last song, I didn't actually use a real quote. I was just straight up telling it as it is. Pictures of my songs are well done. Oh, thank you. The Muhammad one was fire. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. So way too high thought for them. They'll just accept. They'll just accept it. Yeah, but I'm not talking. Yeah, but I'm not making it for the ones who are lost. I'm making it for the ones who can actually listen. Fushigi, to accept them is really easy. Call Pride bad. Call one of their icons straight. And ignore. That's fair. Fushigi says, see what I mean, Rudy? You have no fucking clue where Demi is going on your crash outs. It is so much more fun. That's fair. Fucking Kino Captain, my captain. Right? Well, you're not wrong. I agree. Okay, so let's see this legendary crash out that I'm told about, right? Okay, so Demi has responded, and this was like 6 hours ago, apparently. I was too busy in Japan to see what happened on Twitter. What I meant by not safe for work, since a lot of people are confused, I'm okay with lewd. Never have been okay with it. Literally proven false by your own retweets. I just don't like seeing people fuck, lol. I mean, okay, that's fair. That's actually a describable difference, right? To me, being a bitch, that's nothing new. I've never been nice to people I don't care about / respect. Y'all are so bored that someone that just doesn't like porn made you personally get riled up. No, what we got riled up on is you being an absolute cunt to someone who is just pointing out you're being a hypocrite. Or at least not explaining yourself in a way that makes sense, right? I genuinely can't really care. If you don't want to respect it or even try to see what I meant, I see no reason to even be respectful remotely to some losers. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry. Ma'am, you... what the fuck are you on about? See, chat, this is why you don't go to the Philippines. This is why you don't go to the Philippines, right? Oh my god. Can we reconquista the Philippines? Can we make that into like an American territory again? Right? Can we bring order in a way Duterte has not been able to, right? Oh my god. Maybe Filipino independence was a mistake. Maybe we should have kept that colony, right? Let's see. To add to this, I talked to my community about what people are saying. I was confused with some people calling me a hypocrite. I do advocate mental health for women and men. Interesting. Again, the thing with Chibi Reviews. Although, to be fair, I could assume that maybe she didn't know Chibi Reviews tried to kill himself. I can possibly grant that, right? However, do not care about Chibi. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username. Okay, we saw this part with Keen. Should have been the better person that said nothing. Or you could have also politely disagreed in a way that was actually on topic and not gone straight for a personal attack. You basically did the verbal attempt of trying to grab him by the balls, right? You basically tried to fucking nut punch the guy, verbally speaking, right? And to pretend like you didn't do that on purpose because you thought it could hurt him is entirely just disingenuous. The only reason someone would point this out is to rhetorically hurt the person, right? So, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I learned to hold my tongue in most things, but I legit got surprised seeing the username and the association with it. Okay. Chibi is not actually that bad of a person. What the fuck are you on about? For people who think I'm backpedaling, no, I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said, to be perfectly honest. Especially that it was towards him. He's a piece of shit and everything about him is disgusting to me. Not because he got cheated on, but because he's a weirdo in general. Ah, fair enough. Again, judge a person by his enemies, and if the person I have to judge Chibi by is Demi crashing out right now, I think I'm in good company by associating with Chibi instead of Demi. For the original post, I didn't make the post for people to delete art of me. I did it just as a reminder of my stance, which hasn't changed. I mean, that's fair. Although to be fair, you're. The boundary is a little bit arbitrary, but okay. Let's see. It annoyed me that people have the time to scroll on my page, but not to take the time to literally read the OG post and the reply, not an hour after specifying exactly what I meant. So yeah, it's annoying. It annoyed me when all the blue badges came crawling in. My bad for the community for getting into drama again. I don't know what's losing valuable when it's this type of crowd. Pancakes and waffles. I'm also not surprised, not stupid. I know me saying my stance on the porn thing isn't going to stop people from doing it. The post was for people who cared about my stance. I'm just going to crash out for a moment about the fact that she hit the enter button in the middle of the sentence. The fuck is this? Oh. Yeah, so right. First one. Hold on. That's a very close fucking like to dislike ratio. Almost to the same level as the fucking original post. If you gave a fuck about mental health, you wouldn't bring up something that someone tried to kill themselves over. You're just trying to save face because you were a piece of shit. Well, that's unfortunate. But you're in the backpedal so much. It's like, oh, you're absolutely trying to backpedal without apologizing to Chippy so you can avoid pissing off his haters too. Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry I checked Chippy's trauma, but he's a piece of shit, so whatever. Plus, farms lewd retweets of herself that cries about porn. What the hypocrisy is. Yeah, exactly, right? Oh my god. Ooh, hold on. Here's another example of hypocrisy. So, let's see. This person says, guess you're a waste of air by your own standards. I don't care if you don't like him, but making fun of anyone's trauma that almost resulted in their death is scumbag babe. I would kind of agree. I don't think she's a waste of air, though. I think that that's a little bit harsh even for this. But yeah, so let's see what we got here. So this is a direct citation from Demi herself. I'm not gonna lie, it's all about mental health until you actually see someone struggling and suddenly everyone bats an eye. I will never regret getting hurt by trying to save someone from a literal suicide attempt. If you make fun of it, you're an absolute waste of air, and honestly, you're hurting me more, but I guess it doesn't matter to people. Hey, you know what? I guess the point of, like, by your own standards is pretty self-condemning, right? Double down on being a POS. Act like a good person just to backtrack later for likes and views. The Demi experience. She has done that before. This is not the first time she's crashed out, been wrong, and then backpedaled. That is true. Because he's a weirdo, you were this vile to him because he's a weirdo. All this instinctive and unapologetic hate just for that. What's wrong with you? Oh, there's an actual response to this. Hold on, what's this? Oh my god, literally why do you even care, bro? That's an appeal to triviality, right? You can just ignore anyone who appeals to triviality, because if it was really that trivial, they wouldn't have appealed to the triviality in the first place. This you dumbass... Okay, this is going to be really funny. I always love the this you dumbass posts. Jokes aside, I still to this day get comments everywhere about going back to you, to your abuser. But honestly, I've never been more happy and stable. On a genetic level, some women are just incapable. Fucking hell, mate. BPD is a hell of a mental Son of a bitch, how did I see that coming? I literally saw that coming in my head. I knew for... Fucking hell, mate. Of course. I don't even have to read past this. I already know what the rest of this is. No, based on this one line right here, I already basically know what the rest of this is. But for the sake of being consistent and honest, we will read the rest of the tweet, even though I think I know where else this is going. BPD is a hell of a mental disorder. Yeah, it's a literal personality disorder, some of the hardest things to deal with. I'm literally the biggest rage baiter when it gets triggered, and Nikita has learned how to genuinely give such a stable environment that it never really gets triggered anymore. So basically, you don't know how to control yourself. He took care of me and my lowest, literally having to spoon feed me after surgery. Sorry, that happened to you. Comforting me when it was all too much and literally being a caretaker for my entire recovery. Why do people air their fucking laundry out like this? This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, he had to literally dress me up because my mom was too weak/disabled to do it. It's nice to know people aren't defined by their lowest moments to the people that matter. I was there for his lowest moments in his life, and he was there for mine. Therapy has helped him so much when it comes with depression and being more mentally stable in life. I mean, I think we could at least... You could at least grant, in theory, she didn't know about the suicide attempt. But considering how big of an issue it was, it's kind of hard for me to imagine that you didn't know about the cheating event, and yet didn't know that you knew about the cheating event. Not necessarily the suicide attempt, right? So, yeah. He's getting fucking roasted, apparently, in the... Okay, this guy had a lot to say. He's getting roasted. Okay, this is actually really funny. Yeah, so thank you, Rudy, for pointing out that I actually totally forgot this, in the like original recording. I'm gonna have to go and stitch this to the video from earlier. So again, this is the actual end of that episode, not that one. Oh, it's gonna be cartoonishly funny. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Oh my god, the fucking okay. Okay, so let's see. Captain Rudy says, I see that, lol, and it's hilarious. Rudy says, she said she'd never been okay with the lewd stuff, but still ironic for her to say, lol. Note to self, 3 stars as a son is people fucking. Right. Oof. Star equals male, son equals female, 3 stars, 1 son equals MMF. What? Interesting. We gotta be septupling down at this point. Yeah, I mean, demi, doubles, triples, quadruples, quintuples, fucking sextuples, septuples, octuples, nonuples, you know, decuples down all the time. It's not about what she said, it's why she said it. Yeah. This bitch went from the absolute lowest possible blow, blow verbally, is trying to say, I have no fucking clue. Yeah, right. She's trying to say she's not sorry for what she said, and if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, but she doesn't have the balls to actually say it. This bitch went for the absolute lowest verbal possible blow possible against the man, and have the gall to say care about mental health. Yes. Yeah, again. I remember what I was gonna say. Kianala screams about mental health and still attacks another's mental state. Many such cases. Fushigi says, you see what I mean, though? Unless you hadn't seen the thread before, you have no way of predicting the roller coaster ride. BPDD's nuts, right? Yeah, fair enough. Let's see, it's okay. That's a good one. 8 out of 10. Yeah. I'll give you that one, right? Fushigi says, this is filling me with a feeling of, I ain't reading that, congratulations, or I'm sorry for your loss. That would have been such a funny response, actually. At your service. M equals male, female, MMF equals 3 men, 1 woman, giggity. God damn it. Why you do this to me? Why you gotta do this to me? Alright. What time is it? So that'll be the end of this stream. Yeah, it's just I had a lot to do earlier, so I wasn't able to start as early as I normally try to start. But you know, I'm just at least glad that I was able to get anywhere today, right? But yeah, I've been a little bit busy. I have actually, though, interestingly enough, found a new thing I want to try. I actually recently found out about Blue Rare steaks. And I found a place that actually, like, you know why. Hello, Kura, right? But, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, hold on, before we go, I found out a new thing recently. So it's about, like, Blue Rare steaks, right? And I was like, damn, I would try a Blue Rare steak, so assuming it was, like, again, because it's freaking funny. Fuck, what was I thinking about? Oh yeah, the Blue Rare steak. I actually found a place to actually try it. So on Monday, because the place I'm going to go actually gives military discounts, but only on Mondays. Not a fucking clue why. But on Monday, I'm going to do what I almost never do, which is I'm going to go out to a place, actually get a Blue Rare, actually get a Blue Rare steak and try it for the first time. So I'll let y'all know how that comes out when it does. And I'm still looking to try the frog legs. It's just, trying to find a place around where I live that actually sells them is a bit of a pain in the ass. So, there's that. All right, so let us figure out where we are going to be going. Okay, oh, that's not what I was... Okay, well, hold on. I'm being an idiot, it seems. Okay, there we go. Wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here? This is like the first time ever. I'm looking at my Twitch fucking like a report on the stream. It says excellent. No recommended changes. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I don't have 50,000 fucking tabs open. Actually, holy shit. Yeah, fair enough. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so let's actually figure out where we're going. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's open this. That way I can see the comments while I'm doing this. Because for some reason, again, my pro chat on fucking OBS decided to go kaput, and I don't know why. That is not the button I was pressing. Okay. So let us... Blue rare, it's still alive. Apparently a blue rare steak is like... Ooh, Kitsuragi's alive? Let's see. Apparently a blue rare steak is... yeah, it's just like 45 minutes seared one side, 45 minutes seared the other side. Oh my god. Mama Oko just got on and you want to know what they're talking about right fucking now. You want to give 2 guesses what Mama Oko is talking about right fucking now. Kodiak's been on for almost 5 hours. Jesus Christ, man. Let's see. Yep, Demi. Very much talking about Demi. You do know what that is, right? Yeah, I know. I just described it. 45 minutes, 45 seconds, not minutes. One side, 45 minutes, seconds the other side. And hope you don't get a tapeworm, right? Like I eat medium rare steaks. I like rare steaks, right? So it's like, might as well try it. I'm not saying I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna go there and get like a 6-ounce steak because it's like that's the smallest one that like they sell where I'm going. It's like if I get a 6-ounce steak and I don't like it, then I don't, it's not much that I have to eat. But like if I do really like it, then it's like, aha, I know what I'm gonna get in the future, right? I did find out some of my family members find apparently like medium rare steaks to be disgusting because of the blood content in them, and I'm like, but it's delicious. This is one of the reasons I could never be a Jew or a Muslim, to be perfectly honest. I like medium rare steaks too much. If it has to bleed a little at least, right? Come on, man! It's not just the pork; it's also the way you eat the cow, right? I love the taste of animal too much, right? Okay, let's see. Kitsuragi has been on for 1 hour and 51 minutes. So that's, let's see. Rana has been on for less than half an hour. Let's see. Lifu's been on for 4 hours. Oh, actually 3 hours. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. It's a steak you cut into, it moves. Yeah, fair enough, right? I sent Mama Oko, you saw Mama Oko in the sidebar of the Twitter. Yeah. I should probably cut that out of the actual video, but, yeah. There was nothing. I just sent some stuff for them, and that was it. If it's not supposed to eat animal, why it tastes good, right? I know some people who have been making blue rare. It's legit touch. It is legit touch it to the pan, flip, touch it again, serve. I am aware, but again, I'm not a Jew or a Muslim, so I don't exactly have any moral prohibition against eating, blood. So, I'm just like, look, man, I gotta go to a place where I'm certain I might not. I have the lowest risk of getting a tapeworm. Absolute would not be able to afford that fucking issue. Is Kirsha not on? I thought that would have been nice if Kirsha was on. Give me one moment to check that. Okay, let's see. All right, blood is tasty, right? Rocky Mountain oysters. I would try. I would try a Rocky Mountain oyster. I know what they are, but I would try them. Let's see. No, Kirsha only goes to about 2000 EST. That's fair. Let's see. My gran would have an aneurysm about that kind of meat. Honestly, it's entirely fair because again, if you get it from a bad source, you could get really, really sick. I can entirely see that. Okay. As much as I wanted to hear more about Demi crashing out, I know Kitsu's had a bit of a... Hold on, what is this? I know what a blue waffle is. I never actually looked it up on Google, but I was able to figure it out without looking it up on Google. So, nice try there, Captain Rudy. Blood tastes like sweet pennies. Oh, yeah, fair enough, right? Fushigi says there is a goblin live, Rin Orumi. Ooh, hold on, I gotta check to see. Are they... Hold on. Is this goblin cute? We're stream sniping for a bit. Oh, she's cute. Just honestly, Honey Goblin is cuter. Just saying, right? Neuron activated. Yes, you saw it in real time. Neuron activated Goblin mentioned, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to see what my subs look like, there you go. It was right in the side chat, right? I keep tabs on a lot more people than people think, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah. And it just keeps going, right? Those are all the people that are on. Ooh, Pam is on. Okay, so before we go, because I'm still looking. We're probably gonna raid Kitsuragi, to be perfectly honest. But before we go, I just want to let y'all know I have a plan. I'm gonna try to pass it along to a couple people, right? Because we're trying to fight this conflict and try to make the whole AI art, movement more acceptable over time, right? My theory, right, is we could do what Reckless Ben did, except actually better and more strategic, right? And the way we could do that is by effectively love bombing our enemies, but only strategically, because some people won't be receptive to this. But you can tell before you actually, when you start interacting with these people just a little bit, which one of these antis are actually susceptible to the attack of love bomb, right? And if we can start love bombing people strategically to get them to move from point A to point B, we might have a tool with which to curry more favor to our side. That is just a theory. I would have to discuss with people how. Okay, that's funny. Instructions unclear. Unclear. Attached bricks and minifigs. Right. But I'm gonna float that idea around to people. It's like, yes, we should support each other, but how funny would it be to go into like an anti's like stream and then just like shower them with clanker love, right? Shower them with clanker love, and then the more they get mad, the more it's just like you double down on showing them clanker love, right? It's not that we love clankers; it's that the clanker we love loves you too, right? It's like, I don't know. Even if it didn't work on certain people, it sounds like a really fucking funny troll, to be perfectly honest. All right, so that's gonna be it for right now. I'm gonna send this to wait, is Ben on? Wait, hold on, is Ben on? Oh, god damn it. No, you mean Ben the Clanker. No. No, because the whole idea is, that's a funny pun, by the way. God, that took me a moment, but yeah. So I'm gonna try to discuss that with the people in the community, because I think we could potentially get that to work. The clanker we love. Oh yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Grok says hi. They made me this picture of you in a bikini and an Iranian on a flying carpet shooting down a fighter jet because they like you. Okay, that's funny. All right, I'm gonna send this to Kitsuragi. So y'all have fun. Let's see. Start the raid. And I am going to put the channel in the chat for YouTube and Kick to follow if they so choose. There we go. Alright. So you got 16 seconds before we go.
Weaponized on exactly. You gotta weaponize, just like you can monetize your haters, you can weaponize autism and weaponize love bombing, right? Again, you kill them not with hatred, you kill them with kindness, right? I get it. A little bit of a cheeky bastard way to play it, but sometimes you gotta play in a cheeky bastard way, right? All right, so I'm gonna send everyone there. Y'all have a lovely day, and I will be on tomorrow, hopefully at an earlier time. But I'll probably have another song with Dr. Urban Sanity unless something happens. All right.